Ladies and gents, how are we this evening? Welcome, welcome. This is one other than the amazing Caledonia Esports Summit. And we are here, week one. I'm joined by, it's me, Ben, over to my left-hand side, as you can see here. How are we doing, Ben?
We are doing very well. Extremely excited to be on the mic this evening, casting hopefully some great Apex. We've got some lovely teams in here, some which have been in Caledonia events previously, some which haven't. And it's going to be good to catch some of the action on World's Edge and on Stormpoint.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to this. And we've almost got all of our teams leading in the lobby as well. And this is actually exactly what we'd wanted it to go as well as and smoothly, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But we're not going to jinx it. We did see the last team getting one player in for a second. So we're almost there. We're going to get into it. And there's a few returning teams. Speaking of the matches that you said previously, we do have Liverpool's in this lobby. They were there at the Barracks. We have, what's the other team? Outlaws. There we go, are all returning from the last time as well when we did the match point finals. So it'll be good to see how they have improved, if they've progressively got better throughout this whole time that we've had off since it. And then we also have some really good names in here as well. None other than It's Me's Ben's team that he got involved. Speak about them. Go on. Let me know a little bit about Peen.
So we have got Team Peen. They are made up of a few guys who've been in the Challenger circuit. A few guys which one of them, Merc, has Mercatron, as he's being called this evening, has done quite a lot of coaching for Challenger circuit teams. Selber and President Garbonzo likewise have done a lot of the Challenger circuit. So it'll be good to see them thrown into this lobby and see how far they can progress through it.
I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm going to definitely make sure we get a few good perspectives from their point of view to see how these do in the lobby. I also brought myself a team along. I got the guys from Noctum. Sadly, not the Noctum Pro team. You know what I mean? They just made it into the finals actually to go to the World. So I mean, they're a bit busy. They're a bit preoccupied. That would have been pretty impressive. I probably could have, but I just felt it'd be a bit unbiased and a bit unfair. But you just never know. The challengers here and even the players in here might be able to do just as good as the Noctum squad do as well. But we do have Noctum Abyss and Claimer and Maze are all involved, so I'm going to look to see how these get on as well. So we'll be making sure I get a wee bit of Noctum in my on
just
my
as well, so
POV.
talking about Noctum, I actually was lucky enough to be in Mannheim a few months ago. What an experience! Actually, was I did notice it's Abyss in there, and I did see. I'm pretty sure that I saw them and the rest of the team all with their shirts on. Excellent stuff. And
Yeah, they're doing a lot of promo stuff. Definitely, I loved it. Yeah. So
Ben, stop chatting and start the game, says Selber.
I know that's Selber. Selber's. I've just seen Selber on every single one of your socials, bigging Ben up this whole time. I love to see it. We love to see. And he wants to see the cast. He wants to get these games underway because we all want to get heated up and into the lobby. And hopefully, it looks like pretty much everybody's ready to go, bar that one team 15. So I think we give it another minute and then we'll see if the guys come in. If they don't, we're just going to get underway. A couple of teams missing, but hey, this is the joy, isn't it? This is the joy.
I'm just messaging in chat now, just saying 60 seconds. If team 15.
Yeah, we'll get into it. So yeah, guys, thank you for the follows as well. Thank you for coming along and watching as well. So if you are here to watch Apex, I really hope this is going to be a fantastic showing of some amazing talent here that we have on the rosters, and I'll be looking to see Toastamistas, by the way, another team I should have mentioned beforehand. The guys were like 25th in the BLGS just this coming weekend, so they're also a solid team. So they could well be a team to be watching throughout this year as well. So we'll make sure once that's underway, we'll get into it. But first matchup, we're going to be going to Stormpoint, and all the PO drafts have been done. They're all got their points, their designated points. What's your favourite POV to be landing, or your POI, sorry, to be landing at?
Man, it's a great point. Stormpoint is actually my favorite map, so I'm very excited that we are starting this tournament on Stormpoint. For me personally, I think I'm going to have to say I quite like going up towards the top of the mountain. Obviously, Stormpoint, it's a low to high. It's basically a big mountain. I like going at the very top of that mountain, going up to Zeus. That's personally where I like to land. What about yourself, Mark?
To be honest, I'm still relatively unsure of the best POVs to go from it, to be honest, because I've never really played enough of it in myself recently to actually remember where I actually am landing half the time from the drop strip. I'm just like, I don't know where I'm going. I'm the drop master. Oh no, where am I going? I just get lost. But I do know Ceto Station. It tends to be a good starting point for a lot of players. Lots to get in there, and I tend to see a lot of people like wanting to kind of pick that as one of the first picks in the lobby. So hopefully we get to see some POVs and maybe some drags towards that as the ending zone, because it's a very surrounded by water as well. So I mean, it's a very interesting POV to be fighting at. So
Absolutely. Well, I think we are ready to go. I think we are going to be missing one team, but it's not too bad. So I think we're going to get the games underway.
yes, let's get into it. Match number 1 is counting down. We're going to get into it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what we have in store here. Hopefully, as well, guys, if you're in the stream and you want to see the scores throughout the evening, if you put exclamation mark score
We've
in the
just
chat.
had a message. Oh,
It's okay, I've not clicked start.
Going in?
Oh, it says party member pre-processing, so might be. No, I think people unlidded, so I don't know.
It says Team 15 is coming, said Ludwig.
Oh, there we go. We'll hold off for a few more seconds. Nice prank. I don't know. I did click start match. It did stop, so it must be because everybody did something. I don't know. I don't even know
Team
why.
15, are they coming? 10 minutes to start of match. W banned. I think what we do is if we started off and then they can just join game 2 if they do make it.
Yep, that's exactly it. That's it. We're gonna get into start match in here, and it'll be counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gents, we are getting underway with match number 1 here. Week number 1. It's all kicking off to start with, and hopefully I'm gonna get some great Apex to be watching. It's gonna be here all night. We've got 6 total maps to be watched tonight. Storm Point in the first 3, then we go on to World's Edge for the final 3. And I'd like to see, obviously, the most amount of points means the better position you are throughout this whole series. So let's get into it.
Scanning the area.
Like character selection, what is your go-to character selection then as well? Now we're speaking about the drafts here.
So personally, I am a Valkyrie main. Absolutely love the girl. Since basically she launched, I have mained her. So I'm already loving the fact that Team 10, Zimmerframe from Noctum are on the Valk. That for me is a wonderful thing to see. But we are seeing a lot of diversity already just on that map there. We've got Valkyries, Cassilus, Bloodhound, Revenant, Loba, Rampart, Caustic, Newcastle. The amount of teams that we've got, absolutely insane. And we are now going to be dropping in this ALGS drop system, and in we go. Obviously, we aren't going to be having any contests today for those of you who are in chat, as we are going to be doing this ALGS system.
Yeah, exactly that. I love that system. The fact that you could just join, pick a POI, and just get your time, get your loot all sorted. Obviously, the better chance you have of picking the better POI, the more potential you've got of leveling up that Evo evolution. You know, like how you get in the better loot sort of spots as well. But it's all about how well you can kind of use that to your advantage, how quickly you are around the map as well. So it doesn't matter too much the grand scheme of things, because the pool, we just never know where it's going to go until you go to one of these zones to check it out. So
absolutely, I am going to make my way over to one of the teams that is going to have the ring beacon, because it is going to be quite a central ring, and I would like to know who is going to be picking up and telling us where this next ring is going. Who has got a survey beacon? And has actually used it?
I was just about to check that myself, but I literally don't even know by looking at it. I'm trying to look at the mini map as well, because if you push a mini,
the team in command center. This is FDR. They have got the ring beacon, and they have got a very favorable ring pull. It is going to be going down towards Stormcatcher. And if you're somebody like myself who likes to land at the top of the mountain, up towards Zoo Station, Lightning Rod, this is going to be a very favorable pull, especially because nobody selected Stormcatcher as a POI.
Oh yeah, that's very true, very true. But yeah, perfect position. Sorry, I was directed to something else there for a second. So yeah, definitely I agree with that one. Looking at the center area here, it's actually quite a good position here for certain teams, but it's nobody's really kind of close to each other so far on the map. It's that there's no contest even pushing people very quickly to get around the map. Like, this is the good part. Like, this takes a little bit of time. It's the preempt of the final battles and the battles before the ring starts pulling down. That's when we want to get into the action. But Liverpool's just now, who I'm currently watching here at the moment on stream, we can see they still only level 2 shield here, not kind of going to the Evo sides for yet, as they just finally get that there and level up to their blue shield. So there's a wee upgrade coming. That was exactly what you need to kind of start yourself into, because you don't want to be fighting with a blue shield, because without a blue shield at least, because you'll die so quickly. And if you get team focused, out of the game instantaneously, it feels like.
So you were just talking there about Esports. We are actually going to be having Red Lotus. We're going to be pushing up from Coastal Clamp or Echo HQ. I don't know which one it was they landed at. And they are going to be moving now into what's in the pylon. This potentially could be a fight. This is one that I'm sure these teams have got a lot of experience with, considering the pylon is one of those maps that is used in Gun Run and TDMs. The first damage there coming out, broken that Newcastle shield. And Red Lotus have taken this height away from Esports.
It feels so strange there. I remember who is what number, but Liverpool's number 1 on our wee list of players, teams. So it's easy enough to remember. Liverpool's number 1, but it's not Liverpool, thankfully, because they're not number 1 ever.
As a Liverpool fan,
I'm sorry. I had to say it, Ben.
That's poor there coming out.
That was unintentional. I swear that was unintentional. It did not mean that.
So this is being a very delayed fight. You can see the team Red Lotus have taken this height. They are not wanting to push down, and the team beneath of Liverpool are really just vibing and not wanting to fight. In the meantime, I'm just looking at the map, and there isn't really any other fighting going down. So I think potentially we might see a little bit of poke battlage going over at Stormcatcher, but that's pretty much it.
I don't feel like my observer buttons are working, by the way, so I'm trying to quickly do all these little buttons, but they're not working. I don't know what I could do otherwise. So Liverpool's, there we go. A wee nice shotgun there, knocks down 1.
And down goes the second one there. Red Lotus now down just to Texas. Texas takes down 1. Can he 1v2? Takes that Valkyrie solo and a lovely smoke. As Liverpool do Newcastle Res back up.
That Newcastle unbelievable unit. Like, honestly, I don't even know what you do without a Newcastle on your team, because it saves you in so many opportunities. The fact you can revive, pull them away from that position, get your other teammate to distract them, get the revive in, and you're instantly back up and member so quickly on. But I feel like they didn't get the 2 kills, did they? No, they didn't.
They've only got 1 of the kills. Iroh managed to get res by Texas. Texas is now inside the building and has taken down Darksea. Darksea does go down. That is not the Newcastle, though, and that is going to be a problem, though, for Red Lotus, as Liverpool are going to be able to pull that res.
Yeah, they definitely, if you spot a Newcastle on the other side, that is the first member of the team you want to be taken out of the map before you get under the big fight, because Liverpool can keep the fight going for even longer and just keep getting everybody back up. But obviously, it does waste the shields, it does waste the energy cores, it will waste the cells, and you don't want to be learning out of your battery and your shields, because it could be game over very quickly if that's the case.
We are going to see this has been a very slow fight. Thankfully, nobody has wanted to come in the third party. It isn't really near where the zone is going to go. But one thing that we did just see there was the benefit of the Newcastle wall. With this new upgrade and the buffs that happened in the last patch, when you throw grenades at the Newcastle wall, it sucks them in like a Watson pylon. And it makes it such a useful tool, because not only do you get cover, but you also get the benefit of having no grenades come in and over the top of you. A great ability, and we are now going to be seeing both Red Lotus and Liversports slightly backing away, as Red Lotus are going to be using that Pathfinder zipline to get out of dodge.
Yeah, definitely. Peen is building up their shields here. They're up to purple shields already. That's a good start. Good start very early on, and very solid squads. They're in a fight as well here. Managed to get 1 knock there. Garbanzo finds 1. That's Darksea. So he has got himself involved in that third party position here, and that is a good opportunity now for them to try and capitalise on what was already went down on a very slow fight to start with.
And the Maggie here from President Garbanzo pushing up, and the havoc coming out there of Garbanzo. Takes down 1, takes down 2, and now Garbanzo dropping down off the height. is now chasing down that final player. And this fight between Esports and Red Lotus went on for so long. And is potentially now just going to be finished off by the folks at Peen.
Yeah, Garbon's been picking up them 2 kills early on there, and then chasing the third. Doesn't find the third, but the teammate seems to have got away. So that keeps him alive for a little bit. Maybe he can get the res back on his teammates. But a good start here for your team,
Red
Peen.
Lotus have managed to get their teammates back in, and it's now going to be a Red Lotus versus Peen. And Texas is absolutely frying at the moment with that R301.
Mercatron though got really weak, but managed to get a full res and a full shield back again very, very quickly. They're getting themselves involved in a hell of a fight here, especially with the team inside the building. Can they try to whittle their way in here? Are they going to slow them off here? Oh, he's sensing the ult as well. That ball was going to go crazy inside there, and that is going to give them the opportunity here to find more.
As Galbonzo does go down on the Maggie. And it's just down to Iroh now on the Red Lotus. Can he clutch up for Peen? And no, he can't. Selber with that beautiful Mastiff on the rampart, taking down the final member of Red Lotus. So we have now had Red Lotus and Esports out, as we are going to be seeing some fighting up at Cascade Falls. The Outlaws and the Barracks right on top of each other.
It's getting bored of the Outlaws. The Outlaws have got one of them down there outside, but Risky Biscuit gets a kill on Captain Valenti. Well, at least it's down anyway. He's going to try and get that final kill there, but doesn't manage to finish it off. But he's going to get the res on his teammate in the meantime and block off and barricade that up to her side here as they're starting to get a few picks off. One does fall though, and that's Ezekiel.
And down go the Barracks. Outlaws managing to hold that off. They do have a team just above them, which is the Boinky Bridge. What a name. And it is the Newcastle that is down. Rover's going to be making their way over towards Remy to get that res just outside. So potentially, this team inside of the Outlaws, if they can notice this team are getting the res, might be able to push outside and get themselves some RP. But for now, it looks like the Outlaws are just going to be looking to barricade down, try and get a little bit of loot from those boxes before making their next move in.
I mean, I'm trying to find all the other perspectives here because I have to push the buttons now because the next and closest enemy ones aren't working for my side of things.
I would recommend, just in terms of your looking, is just opening up the map and you can just click on their POVs.
Yeah, that's not working for me either.
What, you can't click on them? If you zoom in and click?
Nah, it's not working. Unless it is, maybe it is. Nah, it's not. But it was working before. Oh, there we go. It's working now.
Outlaws are now taking a fight, by the way, over towards Cascade side.
So we know the button for Outlaws. There we go. We can get on Outlaws. I've got a few teams that are already in the short key. I know where we're going. So some call-outs may be Gucci.
The Czech fake Preds are inside of this building that the Outlaws are trying to siege. Managing to hold them off for now. But nades...
Look at that, just barricading herself in here into the corner here, keeping herself safe, but also trying to penalise the team inside here, just with the storm right on the very edge of them as well. So they're going to have to push out very soon here for round 3, but still got a minute left to play with this. Are they going to push out here quickly and try and assault the team that's boosting up? Because they're already going and taking a balloon, and that's one down.
The rampart Sheila
with a minigun.
Oh my gosh, it is a lethal weapon, and as soon as you heard that thing starting to sing, you knew that those people on that zipline were going to be going down. One member of the Czech fake Reds has made it out, but for how long they are going to survive, we will have to wait and see.
Yeah, there's the 2 down players there, crawling and closer towards the team. Going to finish it off there. That's Pika. Eventually knocked out. It's going to have to try and get the res, but there's a very little chance of you going back to grabbing them banners. There's no way you're going to try and push a 3-man squad here to get your banners back. That'll be survive for as long as possible, I'd hope.
I would just like to... Oh, there is a fight going down. The KCL Koalas down at the southwest of the map. Fighting up against Zimmerframe.
Oh yeah, Zimmerframe. I can jump on that one there. There we go. Let's see. Abyss on Ski, both very weak here. Got their shields, but don't have any health at the moment. Trying to pop that syringe here. Who's got a better perspective from the teams though? Got Creamer trying to spot the players coming around on the rotation, and he does spot one. He's getting a good few shots off. Knocks the
Lovely
shield there,
shots
but
currently from the KCL Koalas, who are currently putting Zimmer Frame to bed. As
Yeah, it looks
Conduit
like
has
it.
gone down.
Let's get back on board. Koala's all full shield, full health, pretty much ready to push the team from Zimmer Frames, and they're going to have to try and get them Zimmer Frames back on wheels because they're just going to fall off and be knocked out of this one if they can't get away quickly enough, because they are chasing them down.
Difficult rotate for KCL. They're having to go from the bottom of the hill. They're probably going to have to go right through spiders here. I think that is the best play because there are 2 teams up above them, and I think that is the right move. But we are going to be seeing Toast and Mister taking down Creamer, and that is going to be the Zimmer Frames out of this match.
Oh, Spicy
KCL
Chicken though gets
Koalas.
Hector in the meantime as well in the background, but there's a couple of players going down from KCL. Koala is in the back just because of that storm. It's a very difficult rotate, like you said, and this ring is just beating them up here. Is the GOAT going to manage to make his way out? Just ever so slightly makes it.
And you've now got the issue. You've got Phage
Constant
and
revives.
Chicken.
That is gonna be rough, isn't it?
They are not going to be able to make it out of here, I don't think. It's going to be extremely tough. The GOAT is at least managing to get the banner. And it looks like they don't have a respawn beacon, so it's just going to be them down to a duo as they are now going to be making the move in as Peen now. Underneath of Stormcatcher with the zipline destroyers on top. We are down to just 5 squads left.
Yeah,
It was a little bit of a hectic zone, that.
Yeah, a lot of people getting into fights, caught in rotation between each other, having to find a way out. Obviously, that one was a difficult one there for them trying to get out. One of their teammates just back and forward. Constant revives trying to get themselves back up and back, but wasn't to get all 3 members. 2 of them survive it though, and now
Toast and Mister, by the way, are pushing up on the KCL Koalas. They found a respawn beacon, but it is not going to be enough.
They are not giving up here as well. They're chasing them down. Game for KCL Koalas.
I'd just like to note, by the way, if you haven't already opened up the map, we have got the Boinky Bridge, who are currently sitting at the top of Command Center. They have done a collective 900 damage with no kills, no anything. And they are going to be playing this very late, taking that jump tower to land on that building.
Oh, interesting strategy. Win the game yourself without even having to do very much throughout the match. Maybe it's the opportunity here. Got to put in that to good use though, that hype.
Absolutely. It's one of the reasons why people like landing Command Center is you do have that height for rotates. And we are going to be seeing the Boinky Bridge taking an evac tower, and I would love to see where they are going to land. Because there is a team on height. And there is Peen's team inside. And I think Peen have been caught out here.
Remy falls though. That's one team down here from Boinky Bridge. One member and Row is getting weakened very quickly here as well. Can they keep it up? Or are Boinky Bridge going to have to try and reset themselves here before they can get involved in that fight? But seems like they are. It's just now who else is going to be involved? Peen
Merc
inside.
Went down, but President Garbonzo manages to take down Fran de Jay.
Hectic final circle. This is going to be still 3 squads left in this one.
Maggie Ball's coming out, and President Garbonzo goes down. It's just down to Selba now, but Selba goes out. We are down to our final 2 squads. It's Toast and Mister, who have got almost 30 kills. If they take out this final team here, they're going to end up with almost 30. I think 28. And absolute destruction from that devotion. Toast and Mister, a dominant showing. And when we go back to these scores, you are going to see just how many kills this team got.
Yeah, that we didn't watch enough of them, actually, to be fair, considering we mentioned them at the start of the game being where they were in the BLGS, in that standing from last week. But we got to see a few other good perspectives, and all of a sudden you turn out the final fight becomes Toast and Mister with a dominant performance there. Genesis, Chico, and Ludwig showing that thumbs up there in the lobby there after their win. See, look at this match summary here, as we can notice it. 28 total kills for team number 1, and team number 2 gets a total of 0. So a very interesting final circle.
And the team that came second and the team that sat at the top of command center, waiting until that final moment. I mean, they get 9 points. They get 9 points. However, you look beneath them and you've got Peen here. 8 kills, 3rd place. They are going to be getting 15 points, which means that your second with none only gets 9 compared to Peen's 15. Which way's the better way to play? To be honest, I think Toaster Mister. They've nailed it on the head.
Yeah, that was a very, very interesting way to play it. But Toaster Mister does obviously outperform in the kills and in the finishing up of the players to win map number 1. And that's Storm Point number 1. We're going to go back to Storm Point again here for match number 2. Same POI drafts. We're going to see Boinky Bridge do the same thing. Are they going to hold off? It just depends on these rotations of the maps and such. But after match number 1, do you expect it to kind of go a similar direction then, the way that Toastamus has already started off the series here in the match number 1?
I think I do. I'm just having a quick look here at the landing locations, and actually Toaster Mister, I call this from the get-go there that the teams that landed up towards that north point were going to have a favorable zone for Stormcatcher. Where does Toaster Mister land? Lightning Rod. Literally the one POI above it. They knew where this zone was going. They took it early and they killed anyone that came near them. It was a dominant display, and I'm really excited to see whether they can replicate that in the games going forward.
Yeah, I can't see why not. This is definitely a good bit of practice for them, but we'll see if they can continue their form this whole time. There's 6 maps to play. You sometimes get really good games. You sometimes get really bad games. So there is a chance that Toastmasters have their very good game now and then they just don't turn up again. But we'll have to wait and see if anybody else in the lobby can turn up. We know Peen can, and the opportunity is there. Zimmerframe might find something from it as well. The returning teams of Liverports, can they do something about it? The Barracks as well. I'd love to see Captain Valenti stay alive for a little bit longer than he has been used to on stream. As every single time we get to a perspective on Captain Valenti, he seems to fall under pressure. Sadly, it must be a caster curse for him. I'm sad to say, but we just maybe don't watch him too much. We'll just watch him for a few seconds and switch to his teammate, and maybe that'll be a bit better for the Barracks going into it.
I think that might be the shout. But I think we're everybody's ready to go. I think we get straight into game number 2, and let's just keep this action going.
Yes, definitely. So yeah, like we says, I'm going to try and see if I could figure out why my buttons don't work. But if my buttons don't work,
have you got a keyboard which has got the number?
Yeah, the number pads.
Right
yeah. It's just not working. Any of them numbers that are meant to be, because I've got the screen open to show me all the buttons I need to be pressing, and none of them are working. I don't know why.
Fair enough.
Very strange.
I'll keep on going with the call outs just to help you.
Yeah, because if you haven't already noticed, Ben is our expert Apex predator, should we say. he knows everything about it, compared to my lack of knowledge compared to himself. So I'm just here for the enjoyment side and the pretty picture. Ben's here.
It's certainly a pretty picture. That's what I'm saying.
We're trying to put a pretty picture on, at least. That's exactly what we're doing. But here we're going to match number 2 here. Storm Point, round number 2. Can Toastamista get past the 30 bomb? Can they do it in this one? Or are we going to see other teams now go, right, Toastamista is one of the teams we need to look out for. We want to try and get them out. Maybe they team up against them unintentionally, obviously, because we can't really plan a team up. But if you know it's Toastamista is, that's who you want to be aiming at. You want to get them out of the lobby, so you've got that opportunity to win yourself and even get a few more kills to your name, because if they're taking half of the lobby, there's no kills out there to find between the rest of the other squads.
So if I'd recommend just press tab in a second when it just goes past this little bit, and you'll be able to see all of the different teams and their comps. We have got a Mirage. The Red Lotus, team number 3, have brought out Octane and Mirage. I love to see that. I'm a big Mirage advocate.
Mirage, I've not seen a Mirage be used, to be honest, in like a competitive side of things, but we'll see how well it plays off.
To be honest, a Mirage can, in a lobby, if used right, that ult can cause such disruption. And let's see how the boys from Red Lotus are able to do from down at where are they sat again? Echo HQ, of course.
Yeah, exactly, Echo HQ. So I mean, you look at the map knowledge.
I'm just going to see if
easy.
Right, who is going to be? All right. Where's your prediction for ring this time? We're gonna. I'd like to see one go down towards Sanote. I like a little bit of a Sanote finish.
Oh, I don't know.
Or in North
Yeah,
Pad.
oh, interesting. Interesting.
So it's pulling a little bit more north. I think with this pull, I think myself, you're looking at a cascade potentially going up to the trenches, but I'd say probably a cascade, more of a north-based pull. But the team down at Launchpad are going to be hitting that beacon, and we are going to be seeing it is actually going to be going wall and that bit just north of Cascade Falls on that hill. This is a pretty common finish, and I think for teams which have played the game quite a lot, you should hopefully hope to see that teams will look to move in, and particularly look to try and take that building where currently, just outside of Command Center, there is a assault bin and a support bin. And it looks like we actually have got the barracks moving there right now.
See, look at this. I could just listen to you all day, Ben, explaining this. It's like I'm learning everything that's going through your brain. How you're. I'm like, this is great knowledge. It's like I'm watching my own another stream. Like I'm watching the professionals out here. Ben is the pro.
If I was you, I would quickly nip over to some Strawbot pirates, even just north of Launchpad, as they have moved up onto ZNE, who have landed in Launchpad, and they're trying to take a fight a little bit early.
We'll see who could jump on board, but first of all, because it's there we go. ZNE. We've got the wrong perspective that he's not actually looking at any players at that point in time, but there we go.
So the Strawbot pilot, interestingly, they moved up early, but then haven't done really anything with it. They've moved up early. The other team who were caught lacking, didn't get caught out.
Yeah, not spotted them. Maybe at this point in time, or they're just waiting for that. They don't want to get involved in a fight early on. Maybe.
As we are going to be seeing that same fight from last time happening down at Pylon. The Red Lotus with the Mirage pick on the low ground compared to Liversports, who are on the height. The opposite of what ended up happening last time.
Yeah. It's got a couple of decoys out already as well. You know, try and throw them off a bit.
But Liversports, you know what? They've learned from last time. They've learned that last time it was a drawn-out fight. It was too much. They are Valcolting out of there, and I love that. My girl is seeing some action.
There we go. Chasing after him as well, though. They're actually looking to kind of get into a fight here. They're not willing to give this up. Maybe they get away quite quickly, but...
A great use, actually, of the grav cannon, and nades being thrown out by Texas on the Octane, who is stimming and is going for this right now.
Yep, he is buzzing. Let's go and get on him. Who's not Oh, the Bangalore out's coming out though to try and defend him as they try to get themselves through the gateway, and they do get through, but that's a broken shield, and that's going to be a chase here from Texas. Gets a few shots off.
It's the one getting cracked. Texas, once again, leading his troops into battle is what it looks like.
Oh,
Texas was that one that sort of clutched up for his team in the initial fight against Red Lotus last time out. And they are chasing down this team. And
oh, he's got to be one shot at this point. Jeez. That shots were unreal.
Bart is 25 HP on the Catalyst. And surely this is where the first player does go down.
Other fights are happening in the background at the same time. Spicy Chicken Texas finally gets it down on Bart. That's been a long drawn out fight to try and get that one down. So many great shots coming from Texas here.
I do have to say, Texas with 666 damage, and he's only 760 damage, and he's just got his first kill.
That's crazy.
Basically just chasing that team down. And we are going to see Hyen, the Valkyrie, who did get knocked, is currently having to rat, and I just hope that his teammate in Darksea is going to be able to get that banner.
Let's see if they will. They're trying to chase in here top. Where are we at here at this point in time? Barometer here, aren't we? They've still got Darksea that's in the distance, but it's too far away, actually, I think, for him to spot him. Darksea's trying to stay alive, and his teammates across the water.
To be fair,
Does for
Darksea
connection.
actually now, if you look at the map, because they used the evac tower and they thought Darksea had gone all the way deep, Darksea is going to be able to get banners here. And I think that actually the best thing to happen would be for High End to bleed out so that Darksea is able to just grab his banner and go. Because
Yeah.
trying to get a res there in the open is going to be near impossible.
He's going to attempt it though. He's going to put the bang of smoke out and he's going to try and go in there and get that res. In the open, inside the war, inside his smoke. Oh, he will get his teammate up and the Valk's up.
And they have now been spotted out. That Valk is going
Oh, and
to
Hein is
get
gone already. There we go.
And
It was worth
Darksea
it
now,
for a second.
for a second. But Darksea now dipping and diving on that Bangalore, trying to use that passive. The Bangalore gets, when they get shot at, Bangalore gets a little bit of a speed boost and it helps in so many situations. But realistically, this is going to be the end now.
Yeah, Lotus got to be finishing this one off as well if they could find the final player. The decoy takes the back. That's interesting. I've never seen that happen. Oh, he's eventually found him. There we go. Texas gets the kill with the EVA, and there we go. That is
And
team
we are,
member
if you
number
move
3
over now,
down.
Zimmerfrain in a fight up against Peen, just inside of Jurassic. But Merc is playing around with a Sentinel at close range, and Peen take out the Zimmer frames.
Damn it, that's my team versus your team, and my team are out already. There we go. Damn Payne, what have you done to my team? Come on, Noctum. Regain, let's go. Let's go with the regain. But there we go, that's a good wee fight there. They've got a couple of kills to their name. Mercatron
Zipline
with the
Destroyer, just on the other side here of Jurassic. And they are going to look to just make their way out. But potentially now, Zipline Destroyer are going to be going up against the boys from Red Lotus. The Mirage, the Octane, coming out of Barometer side. And it's whether they get caught out here, because I think Red Lotus know that they're there. And it's whether anything comes of this now. As I am going to have a quick look at the map while this goes down. And
Yeah,
if
you
you
let-
do
let
open
me
this
know.
up, if you do open this up, it's going to be probably continuing to pull. Whether this goes north again is a question. It does. So if you click on
Yeah.
the team at the top left, it is going to be pulling in to wall. Because you can see that they're. So if you press that team on the top left, the what are they called?
Oh yeah, they've
ACL
got the
koalas, yeah.
the green.
They've hit the beacon, and you can see that because this is going to be. You can see the green is touching the top of the white. This means realistically, it's going to continue pulling in that direction, and it will be a straight up wall finish.
Oh, interesting finish though. The wall is a very interesting POI, to be honest. I'm never really seen very many fights from it myself personally, but with the high ground up here, the spicy chicken's already gone up here, and is it Page? Yeah, he's gone up there as well. He's going to join this team. But let's see, anybody fight-wise, near-wise, anybody in contests at this point in time? It looks like everybody's in the rotations at the moment here now, trying to find an opportunity. Outlaws are the closest team to the
I
koalas,
think potentially the next place that a fight might well happen is where about the team Toaster Mister are currently sat, because you're going to be having Peen and you're going to be having ZNE going up to the same spot, and it's whether Peen now, who are currently in a car driving around like it's Tokyo Drift. It's Tokyo Drift is the name of the Fast and Furious movie, right?
Yeah, it
It
is.
is here.
Yeah. It's either that or it's one of the games. I can't remember, but yeah, I'm sure it is. It's Fast and the Furious. Either way, it's one of them. But yeah, it's Totemus has not as many kills so far in the lobby here. So far, it's only 5 kills in the lobby, but our kill leader is a team member from Totemus, which is Genesis himself, currently as a kill leader. But like you said, they are getting close to a fight here, and it looks like they're already starting to get an opportunity here to open one up.
And it is going to be up against Red Lotus.
Chico doesn't spot the player to his left-hand side. He's gone inside the other side now. Oh, eventually finds him.
And the
Backs
Mirage.
him for 75 as well. That's a one tap as ever I've seen one, and there's the one tap against the wall.
Oh my gosh, the ball was just a hit and hope there. And Toaster Mister yet with more kills. Already on to 8 for the game. But we are now going to be having Peen. We're going to be having Selber on that rampart. And nades are being thrown into this building. Nothing really hitting. And Toaster Mister are really getting away with this right here.
There goes the Sheila once again. Oh, Cyber though almost takes the L there on that one in the high ground. Has to dip out here to get himself into a fight, but
Down
Megatron
goes
does fall.
Merc.
Garbanzo's down as well, and it's only the one player left for Peen.
Selber.
As he's going to try and escape. Selber, what can he do? What can you do now?
The irony is that Selbit is an incredible crypto player. Normally plays in crypto, but has decided for this tournament he wants to play a bit of the Rampart. If he was playing on crypto right now, they would have an option to get a player, but Toast and Mister are being caught out right now by ZNE.
Well, there we
Down
go.
goes
Genesis
Toast and
falls.
Mister. Down to 2. There is a respawn beacon nearby, but if they're going to be able to get there, I do not know.
Beacon is recovered though. He's going to go try towards that beacon. He's only 60 meters away. It's not far. He's got the time. But he's
There's
got all the
actually
upgrades here as well. Look at that.
There's
Gold
one
and
right
purples.
behind him, actually.
Yep, it's only 45 meters away. But Chico's already in a fight. He's spotted one player. He's going to chase the knock.
Res off.
Chico finds Mercatron, and that is unlucky there as the net res comes in. 8 squads left. Toastimus, as I was saying, weren't starting off with as many kills, but they started to get their kills levels quite up quickly now, and all of a sudden they're bringing back their killer that is Genesis. The Bangalore is back. Our kill leader can continue them kills here as well.
I just also would like to note as well, ZNE, currently sat at the most southeast of the map, have just picked up the red bin, the mythic bin. It's a new addition to the game where red care package guns will actually come out of a bin late in the game. And they've just picked up an 999. The issue is, it was at the bottom of zone, on the quick side of zone, and they're potentially going to be going down to zone right now.
One
Already
does,
ZNE is
second
gone.
one.
The boner is going to also go down potentially as well.
Yeah, and they're just going to get
down
caught out. Oh my god, he gets the knock though. Oh, eventually falls. There we go. Edge of zone. Check Preds. Finish them off there with help from the storm in the back. They're actually going to get chased down by the storm here as well, but they'll manage to make it in. But they're going to get into an absolute show here with Selber, one of the only players left, and then Ludwig's nearby here. So they're going to have to try and find a position here and get themselves set up here, because Postomistas are on the hunt.
You have to say, Selber here with the rat play, absolutely beautiful.
That's what you got to do at this point in time. You're on your own. You rat play till the very end here and hope for the best that some of the players around you fall and you're not left with a 3-man squad against you at the end. Ludwig finds another kill there as well. That's it.
Keep continuing what they did in game number 1 and taking out now the Czech Preds. How many kills? 7 kills there for Genesis, and another 7 between the other 2 players. They're already up to 14.
That is crazy. When we were saying we were looking at them, it was only 5. Ever since the zones have started to pull in, Tosamis finds the shooting guns, and all of a sudden they're finding all the kills here again. Is it down to position? Is it just down to sheer skill from these squads? I'm going to go with the latter at the moment, because they've been in different POIs so far. They've been in different positions for these fights. It's not like they sat back and relaxed. They have chased down kills. They've been chasing teams that are in a solid spot as well.
Toast and Mister have got a horrendous rotate here, as bad as Selber, because they have got the zipline destroyers who are sitting on height with a devotion. For some
Selber
reason, actually,
just
the zipline
waiting out.
destroyers, they've opted instead to move into the zone and try and take that fight up against the Outlaws, who are currently inside of the building.
Got a couple of tags there though, so they could get themselves in a freeway fight here though, because there is teams to their left as well, and that could be very difficult for them if you start getting yourself caught in between 2 squads. You're just going to get absolutely destroyed from both sides, and you don't want that to do, so they've kind of zipped out of that one.
But the zipline destroyers now have actually, by them leaving that position early to try and take space in zone, Toast and Mister have been allowed to just walk in for absolutely free.
Let's see where we are for Toast and Mister. Where are they at here? Is Genesis is already in a gunfight. So is Chico. Ludwig sitting back.
And Selber is going to be finally eliminated there by the zipline destroyers and the ring.
Yes, that's unlucky. The rat to as far as you can rat. Gets
Sixth
himself
place,
further
though,
up.
you absolutely take that.
Oh yeah, 100% here. We've got 5 squads remaining here. 15 players left. Complete.
So we are going to be having Toast and Mister, who are going to be playing in actually a really good position from the worst position of the last zone into actually now a really decent position where the ring is going to be pulling. They're not going to have anybody who's coming behind them. It's just making sure that nobody comes up from either side. They are, however, going to have the team of FDR, who are currently playing, who've been playing actually from the wall for a long time. I was watching them on this map. They've been playing this area for a long time, and the ring has pulled away from them now, which is going to be quite tough for them to actually move in, because they are going to have to go through Toast and Mister.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to. Zipline destroyers. Let's see. They're up top though. They've got the high ground here at the moment, but they are getting pinged down. Nades going off everywhere around them. Hard to tell who's going to actually open up this fight here because everybody's getting in position. Outlaws still underground.
And the zipline destroyers
off.
are being pushed up upon. They take down Spicy Chicken. They take down another. And it is the KCL Koalas who have pushed up. But the KCL Koalas have got a lifeline. Who's got the self-res is going to be taken out.
And I got disconnected.
Now on this bit of height.
Are they
going to be able to get the res off? I think they probably will, as Outlaws are beneath them as just a duo. Zipline Destroyers on the height. And we are now going to be having that FDR versus Toast and Mister fight on the south side of the map. North side, even.
Milo, could you turn the map off, please, for a sec?
And Toast and Mister do take down FDR. We are now going to be in a trio of Toast and Mister, a trio of the Ziplines, and a duo of the Outlaws inside of the building. Zipline Destroyers have got a good position on the height. However, I'm going to have to say this, but it's going to be a Toast and Mister win again.
They're looking that way here.
I can only see. I can only see map on the big. Your map is very zoomed out currently.
Yeah, at this moment in time, it's not me in control of this. This is I got disconnected, so this is the POV from the thing.
Wait a minute. Let me share my screen. You can just look at my screen. Go live. All right, here we go.
Live.
Yeah, just look at my screen. There we go. All right, Zipline Destroyers up on the height. They've got great position, but it is going to be moving straight over towards Toast and Mister. The team of Outlaws inside the building are going to have such a tough position. They do have a Newcastle and a Rampart, which is going to help with the move out, as they are going to be able to create that artificial cover. And I think that Outlaws have noticed that they do have to move onto this outside bit and go down the ramp and just hope that they don't get pushed up upon. But the Rampart comes out, and this is just giving the game now to Toast and Mister.
Oh, what a way to jump in there. Zipline Destroyers get the kills there, but now Toast and Mister is just on the outside, have the opportunity now to come back in here as the third party. What a shot with the Mastiff. There's another one for the second. Hits him with the nade, sends him off.
Just one player remaining, and Toast and Misters clean up Game 2. Now that is back-to-back dubs for the Toast and Misters, continuing that high level that they set in game number 1, and you can tell that they're happy.
Oh, 100%. These shots were crispy there at the end. That instant headshot with the Mastiff, then the nade off the other player straight after getting a 75 clip red shield, but after that the nade sent him flying, then they just pounced. That was it. Toast and Misters finish off match number 2 with a win. That's 2 from 2. Looking very strong. And I don't know if there's any team there we can say are able to put up the same performance in that one. Match somebody though. Look at that. 20 kills this time. Not as much. But
not as much, but that is still a 20 bomb. If a team gets his 20 bomb, you know that they've had a good game. The fact that they've done this now back to back, absolute insanity here from Toast and Mister, who are solidifying that top spot for week number 1 of Lobby 2.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm going to hope that we can get myself into this lobby once again, because that was a bit of a nightmare at the end. Just as it was starting to heat up, we didn't get the view that we wanted to see. I don't know what happened. I pushed the right button. We were switching between the two teams, and then all of a sudden, it stopped. You cannot drive. That's fine. Do I have to restart the whole lot? I don't know. We'll have to
No,
wait
you
and see.
shouldn't. I'm still in it, so you can just rejoin.
Yeah,
If you could also just update the overstat. I don't know if that's your job or Mellow's job, but if you could just get that updated, that'll be amazing.
I assumed it was meant to be natural, but here we go. I thought somebody else was doing that, but we'll see if I can do that just now.
Amazing. But yes, so as we were saying though, an absolute pop-off game once again from Toaster Mister. But one thing I do want to know is the Zipline Destroyers. Game number 1, they came 4th place with 3 kills, which is going to be a nice little 8 or 9 points, I think, in that first game. Second game, they're coming in with a 2nd place. That's 9 points for placement, 8 points for kills. A beautiful 17-point game, and that is probably going to be pushing them into that 2nd place mark on the leaderboard. Other teams that had a good game as well, Outlaws getting that 3rd place, but in a very similar game to that of the Boinky Bridge in game number 1, who came 2nd place with 0 kills. They got 3rd place with 0 kills. So although they're getting that 7 points for the 3rd place, no kills to their name, as a duo, you can say that that was maybe well done to at least get those 7 points. But Peen, as a solo, Selva managing to rat his way to 6, the team getting 3 kills. I think they'll be pretty happy with that, all things considered, on the points. As we look further down, we've got the ZNE with 4 kills, Red Lotus, that Mirage Octane team with 3, and rounding out the top 10, we do have Gen Z Orbital with 10th place and 0 kills. What are your points so far?
On
Your
my
thoughts so far, Mark?
yeah, I mean, the Toastamists, they're definitely the one team to stop here in this lobby. And to be honest, if anybody can get anywhere near the kills or even the points that they're currently building up, it's going to be a difficult task. But everybody else around them, it's a pretty fair fight for them all. They've all got opportunities here. They're all kind of getting some points. There's only the 2 teams that we don't have there, Warwick Warriors and Straw Hat Pirates here, without to score a point so far. So maybe we can see a few other changes here as we go into match number 3 for this one. And I've still need to get myself in this lobby, but for some reason my game's deciding to go funny. There we go. Join match. There we go. Right. So I don't know what it is. What all stat I have pushed add games. It's only showing what the first game for some reason. I don't know if it takes a while before the second game gets added, but don't know how that works. There we go. Game 2. There we go. So overall points. There we go. I've got the score sheet updated now. Toaster Mystic currently sitting there 64 points already here from 2 matches. That's the total scoreline. That is crazy. If this was a match point finals, we could be a quick match point finals.
They'd be there.
It'd be a quick match point finals.
Just a quick note, I have just gone into the settings and I have turned it onto anonymous mode. So the teams don't know. That was just a miss on the first half. So for those of you who are watching, anonymous mode means that from now on, the teams are not going to know which players are doing the killing, which players are dying. The only thing they'll know is the team number that is killed, which is pretty nuts.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I didn't even think about that one at the start of the lobby. That's not something I was passed on information for, but well done for noticing that. So second place we have Zipline Destroyers, FDR in 3rd place, Outlaws in 4th, then it's KCL Koalas, and I'm hoping I can show this leaderboard here because that would be the quicker way to show it, guys, in chat. Here we go. Let's see if we can get the scoreboard showing in the leaderboard, and hopefully that shows exactly what we should be showing you on the stream.
Scanning the area.
There we go.
Here we go.
Shows it in the background.
Toaster missed 64 points. An absolute demolition job so far. Zipline Destroyers, though, that 2nd place that they got in that last game, pushing them up into 2nd. And FDR coming in 3rd place. It is very tight. If you look there, 3rd place on 16 points, 8th place on 10 points.
It's
Only
close.
6 points. It is close.
It's very close.
It is close. I think it's going to be a battle here for the top 5.
Yeah.
as I think we do. I think the teams look like they are ready. We're going to be jumping in now to game number 3. We've had a wall finish. We've had a Stormcatcher finish.
Scanning the area.
Like a South Zone.
Yeah.
What about yourself, Mark?
Like it says, I'm happy wherever this goes. I just want to see some Apex fights, and I just want to see somebody else taking out Toastamista here. I want to see a different winner here on their final match here in Stormpoint, and hopefully we could see maybe Zipline Destroyers closing that gap on them as well and getting that win would be nice to see. So it looks like a more of a top contest. I would like to see another team challenge up there. Texas, the Lotus team, we're looking strong as well. They need to kind of find a wee rhythm as well, and hopefully we can see that happen. But I'm not sure where we'd prefer to be going. Maybe a CO station. I want, like I said at the start of the match, I want to see it pulled in sort of center of the map, so everybody's having to come and rotate into the middle. Would be nice to watch.
Amazing. So as we're going to be here loading into this next game, Red Lotus, it looks like they're doing a little bit of a character roulette. They've moved off the Octane, they've moved off the Mirage, they're onto Revenant, they're onto Pathfinder, they're onto Maggie.
See, this is what I should do. Every single time you mention a team name, I could just do a tab and then click them there in that way. That's fine. The Straw Hat Pirates have said, right, that they're going to be in a position where they're going to be between 1 to 2 players or 3 players, dependent throughout the night. And currently, they only have 1 player in this lobby for this one. This is going to be a rough one for them. It's going to be ratting it out from the very get-go, pretty much. As we're going to jump on board with it. Let's see what he's doing here with Straw Hat Pirates.
I am going to try and find a team that is going to hit the beacon nice and quick for us. Which team is that going to be? Hopefully this will be the Barracks will come hit it for us. So I'm going to stick on with the Barracks, but we are looking at the map. The zone knowledge is about to be announced, and it is going to be pulling back to the left. This time it's gone much further, and we might well see a little bit of a mill finish or potentially a checkpoint.
I know. Can we not just pull towards the CO station like I asked? Come on, let's just pull to CO station. Come on, I want to see a CO. It would be nice if I get something right in this game.
I think, well, there is a chance it could well pull a central pull. It doesn't happen very often, but the Barracks are hitting this ring, and we are going to be getting the knowledge that it is going to be pulling up towards checkpoint. And I'm afraid to say this is not going checkpoint. This is not going down beast. This is going to that pavilion.
This is going far left. Oof.
It's not going left. It is going on to that little pavilion, just as you can see right of the trident. To the right, move your little bit to the right. So just you can see there's 2 little hexagons.
Yeah.
The bottom, it's basically going to finish between those 2.
How do you know this? This is just knowledge, isn't it? This is just knowledge. This is just sheer game knowledge, isn't it?
So for those of you who are in the chat, so you can see, if you open up the map and you actually zoom in on the side, you can see that the little red ring, the red ring that was there, it basically was touching the edge of the white ring. And with basically the way that the algorithm works, if it's touching, it means it's going to continue to pull in that direction most of the time.
That makes sense.
And for some reason, this game just does not like a checkpoint finish. It tends to always pull up to those trenches. And those pavilions are going to be those things which are actually going to be the god spots.
We're in this opportunity here where the Noctum squad of Zimmer Frames is trying to get involved here. There's 3 teams all in the bottom here towards Island. Can we see a freeway fight here as a Creamer does spot 1 team, sends out the ninja star though, and starts looting. That's the way to do it. That's exactly what we want to see. Let's see if you can try and take out the biggest team in the lobby, or one of anyway. Red Lotus haven't been too great, but not too bad. So, I mean, a little bit better performer so far than the Zipline Warriors, but are we going to? I don't think we're actually going to see a fight from them just now, but Creamer eventually takes some shots.
You say that the Red Lotus are actually pushing up quite aggressively here, and it means that actually Liversports, who tried to get out of this, sandwiched themselves between 2 teams. And actually now Zen and the Red Lotus are potentially going to have a fight, and Red Lotus have become the sandwich.
There's nothing worse than becoming the sandwich. That is the hardest part to deal with.
Zimmerframe's thought about trying to engage. Currently just scouting this one out. And you are going to be having ZNE coming from the other side. The Red Lotus are in a horrendous spot and they're split. They don't know, I don't think, that there's a team behind them. So ZNE have got an opportunity here to take out the Red Lotus before they realize that they're there.
Yeah, ZNE now is getting the jump on them. Not giving away shots so early. They're not giving away their position. They're going to try and push in here and try and get that little sneaky ninja one in there. Eventually pick them off from close range here. Constantly, you can see they're just pinging, getting closer, pinging, getting closer, keeping the enemies in their sights here, and that's Pavilion. Trying to do all the pinging duties here. Pushed up here as the Bangalore. Has the ult available now as well. He's going to try and get in though. He's going towards the Noctum side here where Zimmerframe is hiding. They're going to try and take that fight to Zimmerframe instead.
Zimmerframe getting caught up inside, and the Maggie Qs are actually being absolutely devastating inside of this building.
It's one, that's two down. Pavilion finding 2 knocks there.
And Bald is basically going to be trying to run out of this. The Maggie from Red Lotus, the last solo player, and Zimmerframe just down to Creamer. As ZNE, the full 3 squad alive, are surely going to be looking to take down this team.
Yeah, it's very, very good position to be in here. The extra members finds him and they hide in the corner. There's the one player left. Creamer falls. Zimmerframe are out.
Down go the Zimmerframe. We are going to be having that Maggie who is just going to be sitting and just hoping that they're going to be able to get these banners, and whether ZNE are going to be able to back out of there or if they're going to banner camp these bodies. We are going to have to wait and see. As if you do look at the map, there potentially could be some fighting going on up at the trenches, up in the north. As we are going to be having Boinky Bridge up against Gensi Orbital.
Yeah, let's see where we got here. Ro is the teammate to be viewing at the moment in time. He's getting closer. Can I get on board? There we go.
Boinky Bridge taking down some prowlers, getting a little bit of Evo, a little bit of
Exactly that. Exactly that. Purple shields there as well. Getting closer and closer to that red. Can you get the red shield by just Evo, or is that only Mythic bin that you get that?
No. So red shield just comes from your damage. And it looks like Red Lotus have not been able to get the banners as they were banner camping this. So Red Lotus are going to be down to just that Maggie as a solo player. As ZNE have managed to hold them out. It's going to be a tough game now for the folks over at Red Lotus.
Oh, they've just phase jump onto their team here now, and that's it. Boinky Bridge taking that fight. Gets the 1 knock here on Kenzie. Second knock goes down. There's only 1 member left here of the squad that they have pushed upon here. And that is the squad out of it from Gen Z. Or I'm saying Gen Z. It's not with Gen Z, but I mean, it's that Gen 12 orbital. X is 10 and 1, right? So that's 11. So that's Gen 11.
11, yeah. Gen 11.
Gen 11 orbital.
Maybe
there we go.
Yeah.
Is that how they want to pronounce? I don't know.
I'm liking the Gen Z, as we are going to be seeing the Czech fake Preds have gone down. The Red Lotus have also gone down. That solo of the Maggie eliminated. And the Czech fake Preds, you'll never guess who has taken them out. I mean, you probably will. It's pretty much a given at this point. But
it's not Toast and Mister.
Toast and Mister. Taking them out.
Bean currently only got 28 damage to their name so far in this lobby, though. They're not really taking any fights at the moment, but they're getting closer and closer to more members, and it's KCL Koalas that are nearby. Are they going to hear that? Oh. They are hearing it. They're chasing towards it. You can hear the movement of the vehicle. They find they spotted the players as well. Peen. They'll get some shots off here with the L-Star, and that's some good shooting there from Phage. The team starts to push down now. Bangalore comes out though to try and stop them in their tracks.
Beautiful shots from Garbonzo. The lifeline's been taken low. And a great Maggie ball, actually.
KCL Koalas
Look.
went for the push, and now they've got themselves in a very sticky situation here. One alive. One needing rest. Oh my god, it's so close. Spicy
And
chicken gets
Silver
out.
with that minigun, taking down people from height. Every team basically in this area now down to a duo. It's been a little bit
Chaotic, to say the least.
chaotic, yeah. I was thinking of the PC version of what I was going to say. Chaotic is the exact words.
Yes, exactly. I try to keep it PG for the majority of the time, if I can. It's very difficult at times, especially being Scottish.
I completely
But
understand
that Sheila has been getting used so well here in these last few matches. Every single time we jump on board with a Sheila player, they are damaging, getting some good kills with it, or even just putting in the damage for the teammates to finish off the kills here. Trying to get the shots off though. Peen with the high ground here, still getting themselves caught out though. Selber's been taking too much damage.
The Ash portal, the Ash tether even. And Remy.
That is President Garboso on his own now. What's he going to do with himself? Can he find it? Can he get the... He's not going to get the banner. He's got one though. He has got Mercatron, sorry. He's got his banner. So he can chase that one down and try and get that respawn in if he could. But he's going to be stuck in a difficult position here if they chase, because ZNE are on his tails in the direction that they are going. Looks like ZNE is pinging him as well. So they do recognise he is up there, and Triboner... A Fiboner? Oh my god, I don't even know what to call it. This is not the way for me. We need to get easier names to pronounce. I swear you. Like, when it comes to casting, the hardest part is the pronunciation of team names.
As
and player
Void
names.
Bridge and FDR are having a fight over at the down beast. Remy taking down Drails, Drails taking down Roe. We are down to a 2v2.
Yeah, Romanoff. So weak as well. His teammate falls. He'll get the cover though.
Just down to Remy.
Romanoff, what was that?
Remy gets the bass off. The massive shots are hitting.
No!
Is it going to be... It's enough. But the GOAT with an absolute devastating frag grenade taking down Remy. And
Oh
my lord,
God.
the GOAT from the KCL Koalas, third partying perfectly there.
Yeah,
Take us
timing.
down to our top 9 teams.
Just hold out for the top 10. That final kill that he got as well, just before I thought he was going to get the rest of them as well. He just said he was hot on the tail and eventually falls as the last man, but makes it in the top 10 with his team. Did get a couple of kills there as well, so that they will get some good score points on the board for them.
As actually, you should probably note, President Garboso from Peen has survived, has got both the banners, and has got a respawn beacon.
What an absolute legend. And what a position to do it in here as well, because nobody's nearby enough to take it, but you've got
Frag
KCL
grenade
Koalas
has been
have
thrown by
noticed
the
them.
GOAT. And so many nades going out
Spicy
here.
chicken sending the ninja stars over the top. The zip line he's taken down. He's going to chase that player of Garboso. He has spotted him. Hits him with a Mastiff. Hits him again. There's another opportunity. The chances here. One more flick. We'll do this here. And he eventually gets the knock on President Garboso. And now the team of Peen have just came out of the dropship. Are now going to have to get in straight to a fight.
Selber takes down one. An incredible knock actually there. That is the lifeline. A really important character to knock when you're going to do something like that. Selber going crazy with the Eva rate. It is just down to Selber. With the Eva. And Peen do get taken out. The GOAT, who was just on 5 HP. You can see how low they got. And considering they just came out the dropship, a great effort there from Peen.
Oh, definitely a great effort. KCL Koalas eventually cleared up, considering they were 3 versus 1 at that point in time. Eventually got the kill on Garboso, who stayed alive long enough here for his teammate to come back in and almost bring them back into this game completely. But now they are out. They are into the top 8. We've got top 7 left.
Toaster Mister have just taken out Warwick Warriors over at checkpoint. Of course they are. And the ring is finishing just outside of that pavilion. This is an intense ending. There is space inside of the trench, inside of the tunnel, and a little bit of space, obviously, in those buildings where the duo of Liversports are currently located.
Liverpool's has dropped Darksea already, so he's going to have to try and recover that banner, but don't think there is a respawn beacon nearby for them.
They've actually just dropped one. Bart just
Oh,
dropped
have
one
they?
outside. So Hean is going for the banner.
So they have. Look at
The
that.
banner is being collected, and they are insta-sticking this as Alpacas gets taken out by, you guessed it, the Toasters.
I can pronounce that one. That is Abertay, because that is a Dundee one, and that is exactly why I know that one. That is Abertay. I could pronounce that team name. I'm glad of it. Only because it's in my city.
Oh, that is completely fair enough. I'll leave the Scottish ones up to you.
I mean, every other one it's probably Scottish. I still get it wrong, but. Oh, this is a difficult position here for Liverpool here as Darksea falls. That's a whole team wipe. And it's the GOAT finding a couple of kills there. Bart Anheen. He is the GOAT for so far. 6 kills to his name. Not the kill leader though.
The name, but you'll never guess who are the team with the most kills.
Oh, is it going to be Toast and Mister by any chance? Is KCL Koalas take a knock there? Spicy Chicken is down, but he's getting the self revive.
And Toast and Mister are pushing up onto this.
Of course
Another
they are.
dominant display, and no way they're going to get a back-to-back-to-back. Cleaning up Storm Point.
I would not write them off at this stage here. Genesis up close and personal here.
And if you look at Chico just on the inside of the building, throwing so many nades in against this lifeline of the Rampart, who are they're just being eaten currently, but a great turnaround, and it is the GOAT taking down Ludwig. Ludwig, who has been one of the GOATs of this whole tournament.
Oh, Genesis falls as well. It's only Chico left for Toast and Mister. This could be the end. Can Chico save the day?
What a shot there by Chico.
It's the GOAT as well. He takes the GOAT out, and GOAT has been performing pretty well here. He's going to stick this revive though.
Wallace goes down. It's just a 1v1. He needs to move quickly. He needs to take them out. They've opened up that door. Can he get the knock?
Oh my god. The shots off from the Peacekeeper. Does take connection here, but Chico's chasing that one. Doesn't spot the player through the smoke. The revive's trying to get in, but Chico.
Beautiful shots there from Fab, and what you're seeing there is that Bangalore passive where she's healing in the smoke. It's the thing that's saving them, and ZNE have taken it from the hands of Toaster. The back-to-back-to-back does not happen.
I'm kind of disappointed it doesn't, but I'm also glad they have a different champion on this podium, pavilion, Zni and Fiboner. There we go. Fiboner. What a name. What a win. ZNE finding match number 3 here. And finally, we see a different winner in the lobby, which is great to see. It means it is not just going to be a whitewash of Toast and Mister. You are the champion across our screen here as we look at the match summary. Toast and Mister gets the most kills in the lobby once again, but this time as little as 11. Would you say little? I mean, at this point in time, it seems like little compared to the last 2 matches. But ZNE and KCL Koalas also get 10 each from them. So that's quite a good amount of scores going on it as well for them. So good first 3 matches so far, I'd say.
This will definitely shake up the standings in terms of, well, not first place. I think we know where first place is going to be landing.
Yes, I think so far I can outright say at this point in time, Toast and Mister, if you drop from first place, I'd be very surprised at this point. However, it just needs a quick one like that. Even if they meet the same teams early on, maybe in a little bit of a different situation in the rotation, it could come down that way. But we'll have to wait and see.
Just a little bit of an issue that we have got. I think we're going to have to restart this lobby. We have got the in-progress bug, as you can see at the top right, which means that we are not going to be able to start a game, and we are going to have to restart the lobby.
Oh, wow. That is good to know. So we'll have to start
do we have a secondary code that we can share, or is this the only code?
This is the only code, as far as I'm aware. It's Gold. You'd have to ask for that one, I'm sure, because he is the one that deals with all that side of things. And for me, sadly, I couldn't tell you. I wish I could. I've been asking for it all, but I don't know all the information.
That's
So
So-
far, I'll go a wee rundown of the leaderboard whilst we sort this out here in the lobby. Hopefully, we can get things started for the next match. But look on the screen, as you can see, Toastamista leading the way, 84 score, 51 total kills, and that is pretty much equal to second, third, and fourth amount of kills in one team. That's pretty crazy. So I'm gonna have to escape from this as well, aren't we? So
yes, we basically just need to wait until everybody's gone.
okay, so if you do that, and then I can see if we can get a thing wait for that one. But yeah, Zipline Destroyers in second spot here, 35 score, 34, very close after ZNE picking up that win there. They're in third spot, but closely followed by KCL Koalas. So second, third, and fourth within a matter of 4 points difference. Very strong finishing there for that one there. And that definitely came down to that last match there where all four of them teams were nearabouts to getting that one. Obviously Toastamista looked like they were going to clinch it, but it wasn't to be. Bangalore saved the day, got the high gun, got the regen of the shield, managed to find the kill. Toastamista. And yeah, that's it. That's all they wrote. But teams, everybody in the lobby at least this time round, after 3 matches on Stormpoint, we've all got points on the board. We're not going to get a team with 0, which is never good to see, but it means that everybody has at least done something so far in this lobby, whether it's a placement point, whether it's some kill points. You have got yourself on the board, and that's a start because this is only week 1. We have plenty of weeks to play. This is only C versus D in the groups. You never know, the other groups might be a little bit easier to play against. You never know. It's going to be mixed up every single week for 8 weeks. It might change midway through, but we'll make sure that we let you know in the chat and in the Discord, if you're already in the Discord for Caledonia Esports. Jay or Sam, if you're there, could you please put the Discord link in the chat here for Caledonia Esports? If you could, that would be absolutely fantastic. And also, if you put !score, like I have just did, it will give you the rundown of the lobby and even the stats, so you can go and jump on yourself and have a look at the leaderboard at any point in time throughout this cast, throughout the stream, and throughout the weeks. You can have a look back and go look over all the scores from the previous matches and such like.
Just FYI, apparently game 1 and 2 are duplicated on Overstat.
Oh, you're kidding me. I don't know how to fix that. That's not on me. That's not on me.
Fine. I'm just going to do a little screenshot. I'm just going to screenshot all of these and just to you then, just in case we need to do it.
1, 2. Oh, yeah, okay. So if I was to go 1, that's game. Right, so 1, 22, that was ZNE. So this is match number 1, match number... Yeah, I don't know how it works here. This wasn't my job, bro. My job was not to do any of this side, and I was hoping that it was all sorted. But for me, it seems to be changing. There is an auto scoring in live data 1. I don't know if that works for what we've just did there. But yeah, when I go back to certain ones, it shows everything on the screen. But
we've currently just got 3 players who haven't left.
okay, have you told him to leave? Yeah. In the chat.
I'm just gonna. I think I'm just gonna give him a call. I'm just gonna call him.
Let me guess, it's not your team, is it?
Oh, they've all left now. Can you get Can Slippers please leave?
That's Milo.
Yep, Milo. Can you leave? Milo.
I've messaged him. See if you could.
Right, he's left. Cool. Leave.
Okay. Good to go now. It's an empty lobby. This
Why
time.
is it still it's still got the in progress bug. I think you need to. How can you end?
Right, I've left, right? Don't know if there's a way to end it. In progress is gone now. It is gone.
It's gone.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
So we are going down to ALGS, World's Edge, stand, apply. Make sure we get this all ready for this next one. Lobby.
If you could please get the do that team setting again.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm about to try and do here.
Perfect.
Select lobby, lobby 2, amend team drop names, World's Edge, set up. I hope that's doing this now.
I can't type in the POI draft chat.
In what bit? In the Discord.
The
In game chat.
not the POI draft, the lobby codes. It'd probably just be good to just.
It'll be the same
type
lobby
that.
code for everybody, yeah.
Yeah.
As long as they have it still there in the lobby code, it should be Gucci for team 2. I'm assuming everybody's got it. I hope. Has the team name showed up on screen for you? I've got only a couple of teams showing up on it just now.
Toaster Mister are in.
Yeah, because I've got a couple of team names that are showing up on the screen, but not all of them are there.
That's a little odd. Maybe if you leave and then rejoin, maybe they'll kick in for you. I'll do the same.
Okay, I'll back out first then. Oh. Nobody ever said it was this difficult. This is the part I didn't want.
See, this is the thing: is if you're doing like a Rocket League or something like that, it's only like 2 teams with maybe like a couple players, maybe even a 1v1.
Straightforward, yeah, straightforward. But this
It's a little
time,
bit more confusing with 20.
yeah, a little bit more, yeah, just a little bit. I do love Overstat though. I do love how you can just jump onto players' names, jump onto the things, see their stats, see their games, see the previous matches that you've played. It is a fantastic API, and it's just this part I don't understand how it doesn't work sometimes for my team names.
Has it all come through for you yet?
No. Has it done it for you?
No.
Okay, so it's definitely showing it strangely. Though I've got like 4 teams that I could see. Toast and Mista, Gen X, Outlaws, and Red Lotus, and that's the only ones I could see.
I can see Czech Preds now.
Yeah, maybe it's just slowly doing it while we're loading in. So we'll wait and see.
They're changing their names.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Maybe. Team 5's in the wrong team position, but I still let the cat out with a second, but we'll get into that in a minute.
Worlds. We were team 5 before. We're almost there.
Sorry, I had to jump. Get the cat away. All right. How are we looking here? Teams are all in.
Team. Wait, unassigned Chico team 12.
Are you just editing them all yourself? Yeah.
No, I'm not editing. The thing is, it's not the editing. It's the. Oh gosh, actually no. I guess we might have to. are you not able to pull them across?
I'm literally
do the
keep
API thing.
pushing. There we go. I'm doing it again, but it seems to
Oh,
be
there you go.
loading now.
Perfect. There we go.
Yeah, I've had to do this like 4 different times. I've clicked it, so now it's eventually working. Eventually.
Perfect. All right, I think we've got everybody here.
Good. That is good. We are all good.
Okay.
Sorry about the delay there, chat, but this is just the API. It's not just us, honestly. I swear to God. But we're going to get into this one. We're definitely going to get into this one. It's turn off this leaderboard client here so we can actually see what is going on in the stream. We've got everybody up. Let's get the cast perspective up now that we're all kind of sorted and we're not in a dodgy position. And I can see Ben, are you actually standing, by the way? I've just realised this whole time you've been standing.
I have
haven't
got a
you?
standing desk. Yeah, I've I've done a lot of like sitting, but I've recently got a standing desk for work, and then I decided actually it's better for me to have a standing desk for the casting. So there we go.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. That's probably a good idea actually, because my knees are a bit dodged. I'm gonna jump over to the game screen though, so just for a second, so the wife can drop me off my cup of tea because you know she just doesn't want to be on stream.
Scanning the area.
All right.
He's just like, I'm
gonna...
just chilling in my jammies here while you're streaming live here to all of these thousands of people watching. If only,
Well,
chat. If only.
Well, whilst you start that up, I'm going to get the game started.
Yep, let's do that. We get the game started.
Anonymous
QI.
mode is on. Perfect.
Oh, that's on. Yeah, good stuff. Right.
Good.
I'm going to look
Let's
over.
go.
Map number 4. We're on to a new one. It's World's Edge. Different map, different perspective, different winners, I hope. And I hope it continues the way we last left that last one. Oh my God, that's a tongue twister for me. See what I mean? Now, like, just don't understand how I can't get words out. Just words don't compute. I don't know. Milo, are you in the background for a second? Can you chat back for a second?
Hello. I know you're live.
Yeah.
Which channel?
See the overstat.
Where's that?
Have you got the overstat now? Like the stat software for updating the scores and stuff. That seems to be bugged out a bit. I don't know if you know how to fix that.
No.
Oh, okay. No worries. I'll get it.
Good.
We'll get it at the end, hopefully. Right,
Yeah,
no worries.
We'll get it sorted. But as we are going to be jumping in here, obviously this is going to be the same again. We're going to be jumping in ALGS system. And the first thing I want to know, I personally think that Peen have got the pick of the POIs here. They got in there first and they picked Skyhook West. The reason why Skyhook West is such a good pick for that team up at the top left is not only, as you can see here, if you look open on this map, President Garbonzo, Selba, look how far out they've got. They've got all of this side. Plus, Merc is going to be sitting in trials, killing those prowlers, and getting a load of great loot from inside of those bins.
Yeah, I always interested because when I first started watching Apex, and when I first started playing Apex, this was never a thing. This whole like prowlers, all these things for getting Evo, it wasn't that way. It was all shields from bins, and that's what I was so used to when I came back to it. I was like, wow, this has changed such much, and obviously they've got all these ways of Evo, obviously kills work towards it, everything like that as well. So yeah, it's a very interesting kind of way of playing the game now, and it makes it completely different than what it was when it first came out as a game. And definitely, do you think it's made it better as a whole, as a spectacle?
I think maybe not necessarily as a spectacle, because I think a lot of people loved those contests with teams landing on top of each other. It was always great fun. But I think what it has done is just even the playing field a bit. But before I continue on with that, we are actually having a respawn out of the Outlaws. I think that somebody might have accidentally dropped off the map, and it's meant that the Newcastle has had to be rezzed back in, and Red Lotus, who landed in a contest actually against the team over at Climatizer, have pushed up, and they're trying to make a little bit of points go their way.
Yeah, I mean, that's a chase if I've ever seen one, because the Red Lotus side definitely firing some shots in the distance, but not going to go chasing them away. That's a good crack though with the Sentinel. Does hit him for 70. Now they decide we're going to chase this a little bit here as Texas is trying to get out here.
Texas there with a great grapple to get that position. And the Rampart has come up. The Sheila. And some beautiful
Texas
shots there
has
from Tex.
some phenomenal gun skill, though. That is such accuracy from him as well.
I have to say, actually, I think, although they may not be top of the leaderboard, Texas currently has really been impressing me, not only with the gun skill that he's got, but also the
Movement.
character ability. He's currently played Octane, we've seen Revenant, we've seen now on the Pathfinder. A real great dearth of ability that Texas really must have.
Yeah, definitely. And he was even on the verge of death himself there, and he still manages to get the movement skills to get out of that shots from Risky and finish the kill of himself as well. 1 kill to his name. His teammates didn't get the other ones, but they picked off 1 player, and that's a good opportunity here now. As they have spotted the other players in the distance as well here. They're getting a few pings going across towards where they've just left. Couple of great shots going that way, and who is that they're coming up against here? That is... Oh, it's a team that we haven't watched. It's the Abertay Alpacas trying to get involved here, but it's Ectopedia taking shield damage. Zabob looks like he's about to fall here as well. The shield's gone. Having to pop the energy. Can he get the battery pull? And he does. Now he's going to have to try and find some red health, but the team are not giving up. Chasing them down. Abertay, it looked like they're going to fall here. 1 is down. Encyclopedia with a minuscule of health does eventually get knocked there, and guess who it is? It is Texas, none other than Texas himself.
Texas with that R301 there, and Iro going for the finish, suffocating on the catalyst. What a finish! That is probably one of my favorite finishes, by the way. I know that I don't think you were watching that one there, but Iro, you have got to love. A little bit of BM there.
However, though, like the last player of the Abertay was actually picked off by another member, and that's a team of the Barracks. The Barracks are trying to come up against... Oh, there we go. A few good shots going off from Barracks here, and they're getting involved now straight away here. Texas and crew are now being pinged down here, but you know what Texas is like. He's going to find a way into this one if he can.
Draw up Pirates.
Oh,
Last
caustic.
game, they did have 2 game crashes, so they were only a solo. So it's great to see them back as a 3 and playing as the Crypto, a character which has had some real great buffs in recent times. And as that Crypto is moving up, we do see, unfortunately, your team of the Zimmer frames do go down, I'm afraid.
No, not again. What are you doing, Zimmer frames? I'm still watching Red Lotus here on the stream here, and it's Texas finding nails, gets a knockdown, but falls himself as well, and now that looks like it could be all over for Red Lotus here. There's only 1 player left, and he's had to barricade himself in here to try and stay alive. His teammate's got the knockdown shield here as well to help, but he is a Newcastle, and that does mean one thing. He's got the opportunity here to pop that res here, get that extra shield cover. As the Abertay Alpacas are already out. The teammates of the Barracks, though, are looking to get involved here. I think it's surprising that they didn't chase that there. Knowing it was in Newcastle, maybe they thought maybe against it. But Barracks have got 1 player down. And it's Niels who's slowly making his way back to his revive. 3 teams here in this fight here over Overlook.
The Crypto drone is destroyed, and the Barracks have actually managed to get... Neil has made his way back into the building. The Caustic is going to be able to get the res. As the Red Lotus do still have Texas alive, they do still have the Bald Newcastle alive. And they're just trying to get some pokes on that team, and again, Texas was just some glorious shots with the R301. That man has been on absolute fire with this gun this evening.
Yeah, sign Tex up. He needs to be to one of these big squads here. Can he get involved? Get him on BLGS. Sign him up.
Oh my gosh, absolutely tanking some nades though. And they do have that energized zipline. So you see here on that Pathfinder, where the blue energy coming off, that means that actually they're going to be taking less damage when they are on
the zipline. That makes sense. I thought it was like more. It was faster. To be fair, it looked like it was a lot faster ziplined as well. But maybe
it's a little bit faster, and they do stuff. And I was just going to say, a little bit of a awkward time there. He could have crafted both banners if either he'd gone down quicker or if he hadn't gone down. Unfortunately, because he was down in the process, he didn't want to craft the banner of Iroh. It looks like he's going to probably try and make his way over to another crafter to maybe try and get the banners. The only one left, though, in zone is one in survey camp. There isn't anybody nearby, so there is a chance that Texas is going to be able to get his teammates back into this game.
Tiku is getting spawned at though. Like Tex is now getting shot at from FDR here across as he tries to get out with a zip line there and gets the wee. Well, not the zip line. What are they called? I call it a zip line, but it's not zip line. From his arms, the ability that he uses.
And just as an FYI, down at Landslide, Mercatron and Peen going absolutely crazy up against ZNE. It is a 2v1, which ZNE are not going to be able to clean up, and Peen clearing them out, getting the reds.
Not being back to back there.
Right there for Peen.
Not being back to back, sadly. I wish it was. That would be like back to back, then another back to back win. So that would close that competition up. Slight difference in kill points, but I mean, apart from that, everything else, map points 2 apiece would be great to see. But ZNE are out. Still 12 squads left here. We're going into round 2 in the next few seconds here. Is this a zone pool? Speaking about it, we've never actually seen where the zone pool is going. We're going to the top right hand side. Is this going to go finishing towards Climatizer's side? Or have we got somebody that's got more perspective on the zone? There we go. Yes, we're going towards Climatizer finish here.
I do like a Climatizer finish. However, one team that might not be there is Texas & Co. As the Red Lotus, Texas has managed to get the banners, has managed to get the res, but unfortunately goes down and pays the price for that as Zipline Destroyers, a team that have been playing actually really well this evening, do get that kill onto Texas. And the hope now is that Texas's team are able to get in, craft his banner, and maybe find a respawn beacon somewhere in zone.
Yeah. How does this whole craft banner work then? Explain that to me and the chat. Just to...
So the crafting mechanic came in a few seasons ago when they created a little bit more of an incentive to play different classes of characters. Currently, you can see on the screen you've got Horizon, and Horizon comes under the Skirmisher, the class of character which is a little bit more aggressive, jumps in there a bit like a Pathfinder or a Revenant. You then, however, have people like Newcastle, like Lifeline and Mirage and Conduit. Each of those are what's known as a support legend. And the support legend, if you have that, put one of them on your team, you can basically craft a banner. A bit like what you do in Call of Duty, when you're able to craft in somebody's banner. It's very similar to that. But you can only do that when you have got a support legend on your team.
Fair enough, fair enough. Well, Genesis, well, in that meantime there, finds the kill leader stats once again. He is leading the way. He finds one more member, and that was the final kill. As another team is knocked out. We're down to 10 teams here, and Tosamista looking strong in this one once again here. Going to be...
Peen are right up again, are trying to push in here on the KCL Koalas inside of Survey. KCL Koalas are doing great, and actually, the Sheila taking down another Sheila player. The GOAT taking down Selba. And somehow, KCL Koalas are alive, and it's actually that Lifeline drone is doing such good work for them inside of the building, as we are seeing Peen on the outside of the building here. They do have a Maggie, they can put that pressure through.
Oh my god, Gabonzo, are you going to finish this up? No, his teammate will help him. Mercatron gets in there with Spicy Chicken, that's 3 dead. That's the GOAT down.
And Peen doing such a good job here. They went down to a 2, and they're actually getting the res onto Selba, which means the Peen are alive. And with 6 kills to their name,
looking strong.
Red and 2 purples, this is not a team that you want to go up against. Particularly if you look at that team which is nearby, which is Red Lotus, who are back. Red Lotus are back, baby.
Taking their time though, they're getting this rotation round and they're going away at the top end. But look, Nick, I don't know if they spotted maybe a third party opportunity, but they're going towards Peen here. And I don't know if that's a silly or brave decision here at this point in time. Did they realise they were there, or are they just spotting him now here as Lukey has just spotted the player? And that's fake Preds. They've got one player, Blue Shield, the other one pretty much got nothing left at the moment, having to spot, and he will fall. That's DJ VD down, and that's killed by Selber, so Peen picking up another kill here. He's going to try and get a sneak on him though. Get some good shots off. That's cracked. That's a knockdown on Selber as well.
And Lucky there with a really good kill. Can Lucky get the finish just to try and get some extra points?
Oh, he stayed alive for 2 seconds longer. He might have got that kill, but... Now, Mercatron and Gabonzo having to get out here.
Playing on the Wraith here. We haven't really seen any Wraith gameplay so far. So it's good to see an OG legend back in as Gabonzo does go down. And unfortunately,
XTV.
What's just happened there is that the portal, both ends were outside of the zone. It meant that the portal disappeared. And unfortunately for Merc, that was the end of Peen. And also the end of Red Lotus, who got taken out in that massive mess.
Yeah, it was like a 4-way fight. Like, everybody was there at that point in time. It's just like everybody went, right, we're going to get these guys on the end. They've seen them on stream. Maybe that was it. Even though there's a big, massive gap, they didn't see it on stream chat. Just so you know, it is a big delay. They're not going to get a chance to know that. But it's like they all just kind of converged together here for that one there. And there was 4 teams fighting. One player was on his own. Very difficult position to be in. Did get the knockdown on the Peen member. And then, before you know it, Toastamist getting involved. You had the Koalas getting involved. Everybody trying to get involved in this one. And now, shots going off from Genesis as they spotted the team of Zipline Destroyers. Nothing to it. Nobody's going to push towards that yet. Not a silly decision here. The pool kind of going towards that building though, where liverports are set up at the moment.
I just want to note as well, so you've got Gen Z Orbital, who have currently just zip-lined their way into a space in zone. A really good play, because they were sitting underneath FDR, who were currently sat on the height of the building on the other side of the zone. So they have got to try and make their way in. They've put a zip line out, and it looks like FDR are actually just going to go for this here. Pushing their way on top of the Warwick. That is Warwick, isn't it? Yeah, the Warwick Warriors.
Yeah, well, that meantime as well. Guess who gets more kills? It's Toastamista, who did wipe out the team that was below inside that building. And now they're actually in another fight as well. So there's too many fights going on at the moment. Time to keep a track of what's going on. Like you says, the teams that are fighting their way. And then you've got Zipline Destroyers on top of the building, which Toastamista already occupy at the point in time. But they won't be looking to challenge that one. They can see where they are. They've got them big, massive windows they can look through. They can spot the players moving down below, so... only issue.
Playing inside of the building. Zipline Destroyers have obviously got a great spot on top of zone. On top of this building, but they are getting pinged, and they're now getting pushed by Toastamista. Franda J is caught batting, and it means that they are going to be caught out. They haven't even been able to take a knock here, as Lord Shady, on the height, manages to take down Genesis in the very least.
Oh.
But unfortunately, Zipline Destroyers do get taken out. Toastamista getting themselves back up to a full 3.
This shotgun from the Mastiff from that distance while he's falling to the ground was pinpoint. Knocks him out. And now we're down to 4 squads remaining, one of which
we're down to 4 squads. But we're also going to be having Gen Z here taking a Valcolt to try and get themselves into a god spot from the worst spot of zone. But the thing is, I think they've actually gone probably slightly too far. And it's whether they're now able to hold the other teams out without taking too much damage, because Toaster may well try and push out onto them.
Yeah, very difficult position, I think, because there's not really much to hide behind or just to be, like, keep yourself in a safe spot, really. You're very open, and every other team's got a little bit more high ground than you as well, so... Are we going to see the teams that you were speaking about, Warwick Warriors here, managing to stay alive, still here, 4 tier 4 squad shields at the moment, I'd say purple shields, whatever you class it as. Would you prefer to call it by numbers, or do you call it by the kind of shield it is? Is it just purple shields? Is that what people call it?
Just purple shields, shields. Yeah. The level 3 shield, as it were.
Ah, see, that's what I think 4, because it's got 4 lines of shield. But I guess it's the 3rd tier of shield, so that makes sense, yeah.
All right,
Newcastle all comes in here for
using up their Newcastle ult, in my opinion, far too soon. There was unnecessary use of that shield, because now they're going to have to try and move up without the shield, without that support. They do have a rampart, however, And although there is a Maggie team on the height, this Rampart is going to have to put down some good shields. They are starting to do it. They've got a Newcastle Q coming out now. Whether they use it is the question. Newcastle Q has got to come out here. And it was just too late. They didn't use their abilities. But it now means that Toast and Mister are actually getting shoved down into the lava. And Gen Z Orbiter, that team who Valculted into the best position, and now got the opportunity to clean this up. But down goes Violent Chico. Takes down Webb. And Toast and Mister put into a worse position. A taken out by... Wait a take out even. Gen Z. And a brilliant finish once again, meaning that we are now having Toast and Mister with 3 from 4. My lord.
Yeah. Very, very dominant. Every single one of the players got 9 kills in that lobby there. Genesis, Ludwig, Chico back on that top spot after second spot in the last round. So yeah, they're definitely outperforming anybody else here in the lobby at this moment in time, and it's very dominant. But it was a different finalists again, different second place again. So we're definitely going to see a shift in the points here on the scoreboards. But whether anybody else can do what these guys can do.
Oh my gosh. Toast and Mister, they've done it.
They have done.
Look at the match summary.
They have done what?
Match summary.
They've got
30 kills. They've got 30 kills. That is actually insane.
That is nuts, because look at the scores around everybody else. In the top 5, there was 2 kills. With the teams in the top 5, Toast and Mister get 30. That is unbelievable. Our first match here in World's Edge here, map number 4 of this evening, and Toast and Mister have won 3 out of 4. Like, there is nothing, like, I don't know, just nothing you can say really about that. It's just an absolutely dominating performance here, as we're going to get ready for match number 5. Another World's Edge. Toast, everybody's saying, oh my lord, but that's you, Ben, because you're just unbelievable, flabbergasted by it. It was weird because in the lobby I looked at the end there, it said 999 for each player. I'm like, how are they getting 30 kills here from 999? But I was wondering what you were on about. That's why I was like, match somebody's going to have to look at that. But that did change slightly. But we're going into match ready, raring to go. But we're going to see this time around. Are we going to see another dominating Toasted performance? Because
we've had a 20 kill, we've had a 28 kill, and we've now had a 30 kill. Are they going to do it again?
There is every opportunity. Their shots are flowing, unbelievable shots as well. I'm not going to lie, they're so strong. Such a solid squad, and I don't even think it's down to the weapons, but even with lower tier weapons and whatnot, they were still performing so well. They were just so good. They're just such a solid squad. Like we said, BLGS last week, warmed up, ready to go, taking it here into the Caledonia Esports Summer Tournament, and just showing why they're putting themselves forward for this BLGS, because they wanted to try and make something big of it. But yeah, Genesis has been solid throughout. I'm going to hope that Zimmerframe here can do something a little bit better. I want to see Peen are a very strong squad. They were being so close, but yeah, it's just a little bit far. They're just getting caught out. Third partied, fourth partied even, should I say, because that last fight there, that was like 3 or 4 teams all fighting them. Well, they were trying to escape that zone pool. But going into this one, do you see any different choices of team members here, or
well, Liverpool are dropping down to Liverpool have dropped down to a duo. So they have gone for a Conduit and for a Bangalore, but it's actually the team beneath them in Team 6, the Boinky Bridge, have actually opted here for a Ballistic and a Seer alongside their Rampart.
Interesting choice. I've never even, like, I can look at these images and tell some of these names. I remember the main ones, you know, like Newcastle, Bangalore, Pathfinder, Watson, Crypto, Caustic. That's the ones I'll remember, because they're the ones that are normally picked, right? So when you see other team pictures there, I'll be like, I couldn't tell you who that is. that's how inexperienced I am, because there's just so many different legends now that you can use in comparison to the time when I started playing. So definitely need to get myself more involved into it and play myself as well, just so I can show them how good I am, because I'm a phenomenal player as well, obviously. Not just I wish. I'm an old man. I can't even hold a gun straight. Like, I can't fire straight at all.
I'm exactly the same as you. We'll have to jump into a lobby at some point. I know how to play the game. Doesn't mean I'm good at it.
Yeah, I mean, you can sure as hell cast it for sure, and that's exactly what you're doing here. You're
I
giving me the
appreciate that.
information, and you're doing an absolutely fantastic job here as we're on board here with Warwick Warriors here. Because I'm going to change things up a little bit. I'm going to see other team members just so they get some vision on the stream. Because some player teams have probably been missed out on because either they're dying earlier and we're not expecting it. So, Alberti Alpac, as we've seen you earlier, who have we not watched for a few bit of time? Outlaws actually already in a fight here as I literally jumped on board.
And again, this is
Already
the
risky biscuit down.
This is the team who landed at Overlook, and in the first game, if you remember before, I think one of their players must have accidentally fallen off the map. They had to get a res onto the Newcastle, and it was Red Lotus who pushed up onto them. Red Lotus have done exactly the same, but this time they actually picked up a kill, and it's meaning that the Outlaws are having to make a run from it on the evacuation tower.
And of course it was Tex that gets the kill as well. So I mean, Tex just absolutely gunning, like we said in the last lobby, doing an absolute phenomenal amount of work for his team, chasing down these kills, getting so much damage put in. Even if he's not finishing the kill, he's getting them weak as anything before his teammates get involved. But I'm hearing gunshots just outside again, and is that going to be nearby? Somebody fighting nearby. It is ZNE.
Crack there. Just one thing to note as well, just obviously with this, is this your first Apex event that you've casted? Or have you casted?
This is the first, I did the match point finals that me and Golds did, like, for this one to start with, but I was kind of not controlling all of this and doing everything else like this. I was kind of just casting along with him, and he was doing most of it, you know. So I'm just, this is technically my first full-on, quote, going to be a first series of like league matches and stuff going through it.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I'm still.
Well, you're doing a great job so far, and
new.
I am going to send you all the way up to Overlook, as we are going to be having Red Lotus, who are fighting up against Zipline Destroyers. Zipline Destroyers who landed with them at Climatizer and have now followed them up to Overlook, and are now having this fight, where the Zipline Destroyers are currently sitting at the top, and underneath in the train tracks we do have Red Lotus.
See, this is what I needed to learn, is every single perspective that you mentioned, so I know exactly where to go. So as soon as you say Overlook, I'm like, I can't see any of these names because they are all covered by name tags. I'm like, damn it.
Very true. You know what? I'm gonna say. I mean, this is where my I need to practice my compass directions. I'm awful with the compass.
Well, that is like that for me sometimes. Even though I know where they are, if somebody mentions it, I'm like, where the fuck is that? PG.
Honestly, I know where north is. I know where south is. I always get the other two confused for some reason. So.
Depends on your acronyms. Never eat shredded wheat.
I never eat shredded wheat. You gotta love it. There is a fight, however, I believe, going down between your team, the Zimmerframe, and Toaster Mister over at Geyser on the west, east of the map.
No, don't do this to me, Toaster Mister. Come on, let the guys be. Let the guys be. Come on. Oh, there we go. Look at that chemical warfare being in play here, but they do get one knock. Abyss finds Ludwig. It's called the gold shield. He'll get the kills.
Oh my gosh. Down goes Creamer. Great shots there from the Bangalore.
Oh my god, this looks like it's the end. It is the end. Zimmerframe are eliminated. What is that all that they used, by the way? Yeah, they got one kill, but what was that all? He was inside this big bubble. What was that? Like that?
That was a Gibraltar bubble. That is a classic OG character. They've actually moved over to Gibraltar. But that currently is not the thing that's interesting me. The thing that's interesting me is actually ZNE and Boinky Bridge. The Seer roll has been thrown over down at staging, and Boinky Bridge have actually managed to pick up a couple kills onto ZNE, and ZNE are now having to just run, and that is Favulia. How do you say that? Faluvian.
Faluvian?
I think it's Faluvian. Faluvian. There we go.
Yeah,
Faluvian. Yeah. Who was obviously the Bangalore that won ZNE the match on Stormpoint, is now the last remaining player for ZNE, and he is hoping that he's going to be able to get his teammates back after this. But there is some horrendous fighting going on north at Lava Fisher. We have got Peen. We've got Warwick Warriors. We've got the Gen Z Orbiter and Outlaws making a way out, and it is Peen who are on the offensive, coming out of zone, trying to get more kills.
Good back shots there from Garboso.
And you can see that Peen have gone over the hyper-aggressive. As I mentioned earlier, Selva is an incredible crypto player, and out comes that crypto ult, as well as Fuse from Merc. And that ult is, you can see, just giving them absolute wall hacks through the building. It's an insane ability to have.
I see you can come in and instantly know where you're peeking your shots, taking them shots with a Mastiff. But Selber taking a lot of damage there. Has to get out, get the shield popped.
Garboso takes down one. Garboso takes down two. Garboso takes down three with a punch. And Peen taking down Gen Z Orbiter. I have to say, Garboso is absolutely being the MVP for this team currently. He has been on fire as the Maggie, particularly using those Mozambiques to such great effect. But Down Wet Toast and Mister are in a fight, and they've just taken down Zipline Destroyers.
Oh wow, this is starting to heat up here, definitely. And this can see Peen. We're already on board with Peen. What are we looking at now?
There doesn't seem to be any fighting, but just whilst
Red
I'm
Lotus are getting some fights in there as well. But we'll, yeah, like you said, go and speak about Toast and Mister here. Let's go.
Toast and Mister, they are playing what's known as the Meat Mountain comp. What that means is they are playing the three big boys. They are playing Gibraltar, they're playing Newcastle, and they are playing Caustic. The big three, which I do love. But Red Lotus are up in a fight, up against the Czechs.
Oh, the fake Preds here are trying to get out with their lives. Look at that. Pathfinder ability. Trying to get back on that high ground. He's going to get the revive in here as well. And the Watson keeping his teammates all alive here. All three of them still alive. Where did the opposite team that go? Did they just dip out themselves?
Red Lotus did dip out actually using the Ash Portal to make the way out. And Iroh does go down. They are going to be able to get the res onto Iroh. And thankfully having that Newcastle is going to make it a whole lot easier.
Oh, 100%. Such an OP. Well, I say OP. It's probably not OP, but in the grand scheme of things, he looks like he could just do so much here. The Newcastle has been solid, and even in ALGS, BLGS, I've seen him playing so many times. In every single comp, there's always at least 3 or 4 in a lobby, guaranteed to have them. It's almost clutch.
Character. One of the reasons being, not only because of his abilities, but also because he is a support player. If a character does go down, they can craft those banners back, and it's why he can be so important for a team.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. I love the ults, I love the abilities that he's got, because it's all defensive strides. And to be honest, if I can't shoot, I could be that support. That's exactly what I'd be there for the majority of the time. As a DJ decides to do a wee bit of a zipline mountain back and forward here, eventually get themselves away, and they're going to leave that fight for now. But Tex is in a fight. Red Lotus here. Can we get some fights here? Who are they facing actually? They're up against Peen, and they take out Peen.
I was just looking about a Boinky Bridge.
At the same time, yeah.
Just Ro. The red Lotus here taking down Ro. Ro has literally got 5 HP. He is just a. I was about to just say a whisper of health away from dying. Just somebody breathing on him would have done it, and that is exactly what's happened.
Boinky. As
Boinky do go down.
That's it.
We're going to be having potentially some fighting here against Meat Mountain, the Toasted Mister, up against the Czech Preds.
Well, Ludwig's got good shots off there. Gets one docked, but he is quite weak himself. Managing to get the shield up though. And he gets the bubble out. Gets the
bubble. And the Gibby bubble goes out, and down go the Czech fake Preds, and Toasted Mister really are just not letting up. You can see what the power of this Meat Mountain comp, as they call it. You've got the Gibby bubble who can just throw bubbles out, provide that cover. And I don't know about you, but bubble fights are just one of the most fun things to watch.
Yeah, they're so weird. It's just the jump in and out sort of shit. It's crazy.
Absolutely. It was an iconic meta from days past, the Gibby bubble, and it was something that's really favoured the mouse and keyboard players. Since Gibby has sort of come out of favour, you have seen a rise of controller players, as Toasted Mister are actually going to be looking to land on that red bin and take a fight up against FDR. FDR grappling away, but Toasted Mister are not going to let up.
There you go. There's that bubble out again, and there's the Newcastle portable shield moving up as well as they start pushing down. The Newcastle ult comes out, trying to chase down some more kills to add to their tally already. And we know how solid they have been. A 30 bomb on the last one, and that's some damage done there. Some good shots coming out in farm of Ludwig. In the meantime, Texas does knock down Stu. Wherever their fight is going.
Shut the door. They're just going to be able to walk in for free here. And FDR, nobody holding the doors is going to throw for them, as it's just down to Romanov. It's a battle of a Newcastle res, but unfortunately for FDR, it's a gold knockdown shield versus a blue, which means that Toasted Mister is going to come back with pretty much all health, and they are back ready to fight, and they do take them out.
Crazy. I actually thought they were going to go down there. It looked like it was an opportunity there, but nope. They're just not. They're just not going to fall so easily here. Toasted Mister just outperforming, but we'll jump on board with Tex here because Red Lotus are close by enemies here, and that's a good few shots here coming up from Tex once again. Iro though finds a knockdown. His teammate finds another kill, and that's Warwick Warriors wiped out in a matter of seconds from being on board. That's a good start here now, as they're going to have to try and find this opportunity here.
As well.
Straw Hat Pilots, yep.
I have to say, that is 8 kills there we've currently got for the Red Lotus. This is by far and away their best game. We've seen them be playing different comps, but it looks like they might well have settled on their favorite. And that is a little bit more of a meta comp with the Pathfinder, Newcastle, and Bangalore.
Yep, the worst thing they've got though is the teammates that are close by them is Toasted Mister, and that's not who you want to be coming up against here if you want to try and win this lobby. But second that, if you win that fight, this could be your lobby. But Genesis pushes up.
Down goes bubble, and so much damage before he falls. Genesis might well have done it just with the damage alone. But a gold knockdown shield here to the hands of both teams is going to be making this fight extremely extended, extremely interesting. Down goes Bald. Down goes Iro.
He goes down as well. Genesis is weak. Ludwig's had to pop the shield. This is going a little bit better here. As Toasted Mister almost about to lose Genesis again.
Down go the Red Lotus, and Toasted Mister are now up to 16 kills.
This is crazy. Honestly, it looked like they're about to die. It's like they're about to die, and before you know it, they've won that fight. I'm like, how has this even happened?
I would have to know, if you go towards the tunnel, the Outlaws are currently holding out the Alpacas. And not only are they holding them, they have got rampart walls, they've got Sheila. The Alpacas are not getting out of this.
Yeah.
No way.
Alpacas. Let's jump aboard the Alpacas' perspective then. Let's see what they can see. Because they're in a difficult position as OPK takes so much damage there. Even just a slight peek with that Sheila, he just takes so much damage. I don't think they've got any kills to their name here, Alpacas, either, as well. And only a total of 160 damage this whole map.
Oh, and they're trying to at least do something. They've thrown out the conduit ult, but the Sheilas absolutely decimating the Alpacas and the Outlaws, just with probably the freest kills of their lives, as you're not going to believe this, but the barracks have gone down.
The Toasted Mister? Oh. Now Toasted Mister's chasing into these tunnels now to find the Outlaws. And Outlaws are going to be caught napping in the back, and I'm trying to get them extra amount of heals and whatnot. They can possibly get the extra ammo because of the team that they just did knock out, but it might bite them in the backside here as Ludwig, Chico and Genesis are coming in for this fight. There's the one down, one more player left. Inside the shields, they're all knocked down, but that'll be Outlaws out of the match.
And it is now just the solo left. What can Esports as the duo managing to get second place? A good effort, but Toasted Mister are just too good in this lobby tonight.
Yeah, Toasted Mister here. Another win on the board. I'm going to have to say, they're just putting everybody else to toast. Chico, Ludwig, and Genesis. I've seen this triplets up on the screen so often this evening, and I don't even expect that they're not going to be there for this final match either. But we never know. We just never know. It might change. Things might change. Yeah, they might be like, you know what, we'll just take it easy this map. But how many kills did they get? Let's see. Looking on board, 21 this time. Another 20 bomb at least. And
4 out of 5 wins. 4 out of 5 20+ games. And even the game that they didn't win, they came second with 11 kills. They haven't done less than double digits.
it is an outrageous amount of kills. An outrageous performance from them, and Toast and Mist are definitely the MVPs of this evening. No matter what happens in this final lobby, they have definitely taken the MVP slot in this whole lobby for this evening's matches. And if they continue the way they do this, I don't see very many teams stopping them. I don't know what the other lobby one is like at this moment in time currently. However, I reckon Toast and Mist will be one of the favourites out of these all these teams here. What do you think?
As it does look like FDR maybe have lost a player.
Let's get into the last 1-2. You don't want to be losing any more players. But looking at the overall score on the other side, we have a Gen X team in our side. There's a Gen X team in the other lobby, and they're currently the leaders over on their side. 75 points scored, total of 42 kills if all is going as well as it should be. Ours so far don't seem to be working as well, which is strange.
We do look like we now have everybody back into the game. Romanov is back for FDR, so I think we can start up this final game.
Yeah, definitely. Can you manually input the into? Okay, that's what I say, because that's probably one of the things we might have to do for our lobby. It doesn't seem to be working right.
That's absolutely fine.
But yeah, so final match of the evening has been an absolute cracker, but it's also been an absolute devastating performance for Toast and Mister. And as much as we do, I wouldn't want to speak about them and watch them all the time. That's the only team that we are seeing really that's getting plenty of kills to watch and get some good clips here of, because the boys are turning up this evening. But we wanted to see, can we get any other teams here finding their way to that final zone, finding their way to the win in this last lobby here for this evening here. And I hope so far, if you stayed from the very get-go, I really do appreciate you here. This is week 1 of Caledonia Esports Summit. We'll be here for 8 weeks completely, but it won't always be on this stream. It will be between 2 different streams, so depending on who you want to watch, make sure you check out Gold's stream as well. It was in the Discord. It will be there somewhere. You can have a look and you can see both perspectives. There'll be VODs as well that you can go watch back as well. And obviously for next week, you might have to watch over that team because you want to see this team performing once again. And Optimista, who might be on that stream in the next time around, maybe you want to continue their path as they go through this, or maybe you just enjoy our company. I don't know who we're going to have casting alongside me next week. We don't know how we're working this for cast wise, but Ben, it's been an absolute pleasure so far, and hopefully I will definitely be getting more pleasure to learn more off you for sure, because this has been a good learning curve for me as we get into map number 6 here and our final one of this evening.
I completely agree. It's been absolutely lovely to cast with you this evening, and thank you so much for having me here tonight. It's obviously it's great to be a part of this, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how we get on as we sort of continue on through the weeks, and seeing which teams do rise to the summit of this tournament.
Exactly. This is where we want to see the peak performance here all the way through for 8 weeks straight, and find who we can crown our champions in the end. I don't know who it's going to be, but Toast and Mister looking strong from week 1. If they continue this form, it's going to be a very difficult task to stop them, but we'll have to wait and see, because there is 4 different groups and this is only 2 of them groups, so we could be seeing another team just like Toast and Mister on the other side. So could be a final and an interesting performance here as we get this. Is that the scanner? There we go. We've got the scan. We get to see whether we're pulling towards the epicenter way in this map.
No. So actually, what you're seeing there on scan is not the map skin. It's actually a
Oh.
UAV. So that circle basically tells them how many players are around them. gives them a little outline
Wow.
of who they are. A team which does have the scan. Actually, I was about to say a team that has the scan. I'm going to ignore that and go actually over to Gen Z Orbiter. If you look by landslide, they are currently in a fight up against ZNE in that same tunnel.
That's funny enough. I was already on ZNE and I was like, who are they fighting in? Because as soon as you said ZNE, I'm like, I'm on board there. There you go. But Z is taking so much damage here. He's having to dip back here. Good joys of a Pathfinder is that quick escapability that you could get though. But one does go down, and that's ZNE, who was weak earlier. They're chasing the fights. 5-1er looking to take damage. He gets caught on the wall, and that is going to be him knocked
Charge
down.
rifle. And it was, I have to say, this hopefully will end in a second for Gen Z, because Dark Bernard went absolutely insane as the Octane there with a PK. Hopefully for them, they're going to clean it out. And they are now going to be running. You can see that conduit queue coming out. Is it going to be enough for Kenzie to get away? But it is not. And FDR, not even FDR, sorry, another team. Who was that who actually just finished off that team?
Gen X Orbo was eliminated, so
Oh, no,
I
it was
don't
FDR.
actually...
Sorry, FDR, it was that team. Sorry, I swapped over to the wrong team there. No, FDR, though, coming in, cleaning up that team. And although a beautiful push there by the Octane, I don't know if you saw it on your stream there, but going up through the tunnel, some lovely little wall bounces, some PK shots. Unfortunately for them, the third party did come in, and it did mean the end of both of the teams.
Yeah, Gen X couldn't survive it. It was out and down and out very quickly on here. Red Lotus out of the match here as well. No, they're not. Who is it? There we go. Yes, Gen X Orbital's got a couple of kills, but they're out.
There is another fight happening, by the way, in another tunnel at the north of the map by Skyhook. The Warwick Warriors up against Peen. Warwick Warriors, who did exactly the same comp last time out with the Rampart and the Newcastle holding out the team of the not the Albatross, the Alberti. But they are facing up against a Maggie this time, which is going to cause significant issues for Rampart and Newcastle on those shields. And what you're going to potentially see very soon is Selber on the Crypto. Has got his EMP. He's going to heal up here. He's going to wait until his drone comes back. And you're going to see this drone come out. And what's going to be so important about this drone and this EMP is it destroys not only the Watson things, but it also destroys the amped cover.
Oh, the shields, yeah.
But the Crypto drone gets destroyed. And it now means that Peen are getting absolutely put to the flame by the Sheila.
Garbozo and
Manages to
Mercatron,
take down the
so
Sheila.
weak.
And that is Garbanzo once again.
In the meantime, FDR got eliminated as well, so they're out of the match here as well, but it looks like...
And Revenant, one shot and the Rampart does go down. And down go the Warwick Warriors. You have to say, even without the Crypto EMP. But they're getting pushed, and it is the Alpacas from Alberti.
Oh god, this is just crazy inside this tunnel. I don't know what to expect here, but so many fights going on this way, and our Toast and Misters is eliminated.
They're out. Toast and Mister are out.
There's 10 squads left, and we're definitely finding a new winner in this lobby, but because ZNE is out as well, so who are they holding off in this tunnel now?
This is Peen on the other side of the tunnel. Peen, who obviously had that great fight. They already went through one. Alberta Alpacas coming in as the third party, trying to hold out Peen.
This is actually going so quickly compared to the last lobbies here. We're down to 9 squads left. We've got the big ones out. Toastamus is out. Zine is out. Zini, or however you say that, is out as well. And the 2 winners so far, we're going to find a new one. And who's it going to be though? Because Peen, I've said, looked strong this whole time. Can they manage to get out of this fear from the Abertay Alpacas, or are they going to hold them out inside this tunnel for as long as they need to?
The Trek Preds in the meantime did go out down over at Landslide to the Boinky Bridge. As Peen are up now to at least having 2 purple shields. But trying to get out of this little thing is an absolute nightmare. Merc doesn't have his ult. Garbanzo doesn't have his ult, and Crypto does not have his ult either. So this is really just purely up to gun skill and positioning.
Obiki peeks for a second, almost takes a lot of damage. Yeah, almost takes a solid chunk there as Insectopedia also takes tons of damage, and that's the push coming out for Peen. One knock.
Push there from Merc. Pushing out onto that solo. They recognize that the Valkyrie was solo on the left-hand side. Pushes out, takes them down. Down goes the insect, and it's now just the lifeline remaining as Garbonzo is punching them out. Down go the Albertia Packers, and on top of is Peen.
It was superior gun skill in the end here from Peen. Just shows you, obviously, the extra shield there does help as well. They were facing against blue shields, but Peen managed to escape.
There is advantage in play. The Boinky Bridges, who took out the Czech Preds over at Landslide, and now got advantage and have taken down Merc with an insane shot there from Boinks on the Pathfinder. They're now going to be moving up on the zipline. And it's Weather. Are Peen going to be able to get the reset? Merc throwing out some of his... And down the re-knock now from Merc.
Is that the MP going out from the Crypto? And that's going to be a chase down here if they can find that kill. Couple of shots coming out. There we go. Peen have been eliminated. We're down to 6 left.
And this is something which you really do find, particularly in a 6-game lobby. The final game does tend to be a little bit chaotic. It does tend to people are like, this is my last chance to get points. And we can see that, because if you open up the map right now, there is only just 2 teams moving into zone.
Yeah, that's crazy. But Boinks quite far out. They're going to get themselves back in. You've got the Outlaws still alive here, and this is the longest they've survived so far in this series. And along with that as well, you've got the Barracks squad surviving. I told you, they don't survive very long when we were casting them. I've got them on the screen now. Captain Valenti for himself. Can he stay alive long enough on the stream side of things here, as they've managed to make the top 6 here? And the teams that made the top 6 is surprising, because a lot of them haven't made it this far so far. Zipline Destroyers though, Zinc has got 6 kills to his name as well, so he is the leading kill leader so far in this lobby, and it's a big change from the previous lobbies we've seen. So
this lobby, the only team that's currently got zone knowledge is the Outlaws, and you can see that it is going to be pushing just to the north, never eat shredded wheat, to the west of Siphon. Just down where the bridge is and the 2 respawn beacons that are in play. So that is where it is going to be pulling down to. The Outlaws are moving in from the north side, but they do have the Boinky Bridge just in behind them.
Well, Captain Valenka's squad to Barracks looking like they're going to be getting close up in personnel here with the KCL Koalas, who have been performing very well at the very start of it. But we've not really seen them do so much in the recent games, but maybe we can see them performing well on this one. This is where they need it now. Get some good points on the board now that the squads that are left are not the big guns, so to speak, of the lobbies so far. Toast missed the surprisingly gone down before the top 10, which was maybe they were just like, we've done enough tonight. Let's give somebody else a shot.
So just as an FYI, Esports, that team playing as a duo, who managed to rat to 2nd place in the last game, are currently now been pushed out of zone by the Zipline Destroyers. Thankfully, luckily for them, it is only round 2. It's when round 3 starts to close that the damage becomes really lethal. So hopefully for them, they're going to be able to make their way out of zone, as they are currently sat in staging. But we are looking like we might have a fight here between the Boinky Bridges and the Outlaws, who are down to just a duo.
Yeah, Outlaws lost Hector. Down to Risky Biscuit and Ezekiel. But nobody... Remy and Boinks are getting a fight here now with the team with the leading... Boinky Bridges here facing up against the team leading the way, and that's Zipline Destroyers, who have taken a lot of damage so far here. Now trying to stay alive. Lord Shady's also lost his shield here, but they're going to have to dip out. And what is that ability there from this class we're on board with? Lord Shady.
So, oh my gosh. Well, first of all, the Vantage has been taken down. Row on the Vantage is dead. It is now down to just a duo as Boinky Bridge. And they are playing as an Octane here, the Zipline Destroyers. Looking to get aggressive. And Boinks, with a bad grapple, is now just on the low ground. And it looks like Boinky Bridge is going to try and unlock the Mythic Bin. No way they managed to get this off.
Is he going to unlock it at the worst opportunity when the
Oh my
teams
god!
goes by?
I don't realise that he was trying to unlock it, and masked by the sound of it unlocking.
It's got to away with it as well, and he stays alive.
And
He's the last man though. Can he do anything with it? Can he do anything with it? Can he get this banner or get this revive? The team ran right past him as well. That was that's crazy. I've never seen that on perspective. I'm so glad I got to see it there, but all of a sudden I've lost all my viewpoints on the screen. Like the information has just disappeared. Is it because he's it's because he was checking something? There we go.
He was doing a little inspect of his heirloom there.
Yeah, I couldn't see anything else other than his heirloom. There we go.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a good thing.
It's very nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks
very
nice.
You get to see. Yeah, it's lovely. You get to see the very pretty little heirloom he's got. It's one that I have been. Yeah, I've been trying to debate whether I want to buy that one or not. I do like it. I like the little bit of shiny bit of gold in there. It's really nice.
See, us gamers and shiny things and shiny objects in games and beautiful cosmetics. We're just fools. We're like, oh, we gotta buy it. What is it? Just a skin, mate. Just a skin. It doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything for the performance of it, but it looks good. It look good while I do it.
And the thing is I am really distracted right now because all I'm doing is looking at Boinks as he is now inspecting that heirloom and looking at that shiny gold thing. And I can't really help myself, but a fight does look like it is going down between the Outlaws. Inside of that building with the rampart, the Newcastle is the first player to go down, which is a bit of a nightmare, but a Sheila is singing and takes down the Octane.
Oh, the Sheila's eventually down. Hector's down. That is Zipline Destroyers find, and the Wipeout Outlaws are finishing this one up here in 6th spot here, but Bangalore's come out and now Zipline Destroyers are being pushed
If you
by none other than Koalas.
Zipline Destroyers after game 2 were sitting in 2nd place after a really good game, and this game they are already up to 13 kills. Hopefully not an unlucky number, and they are going to be able to get more, hopefully. As one player does go down, 2 players go down.
The goal finding it.
Spicy Chicken is dead. And Lord Shady now, down to just 5 HP, is eliminated. It was an unlucky number. It was probably a caster curse. And the Kelsey... It definitely was, yeah. The KCL Koalas, however, managing to reset here with that lifeline. And we are down to our final 4 squads.
Boinks is on his own. You got Captain Valente's squad, the Barracks down to 2, but they're trying to recover that banner there after that fight. But I don't think they're going to manage to do that, or will they? Because they are getting close by it. They will get the banner, just need to deliver it. But there is a banner just to the left-hand side here. Will they get that before the zone?
They've got 2 respawn beacons, so Barracks should manage to get their team back in.
How do you see they've got the respawns? How do you do that?
Just down at the bottom, you see where it says, where they got the ult.
Both of them have got that little... Yeah, that's a respawn beacon. The green one.
The green one with the little little heart symbol in the middle. Yeah, the circle.
Cool. Okay, so they'll get a respawn. Easy peasy. Look at this. Barracks is going to have a full complement. Darksy's on his own with Phage, and they're trying to... Oh no, Darksy's got Keen. He's not going to get the Rukabana, yeah.
I mean, I say that they're going to be able to get a respawn. The KCL Koalas have seen that bacon being pushed, and they are going to be pushing up onto this. And a big crack that has gone out. The lifeline already down to not very much health.
The devotion firing as well, and that is it. 1 down, 2 down. The Barracks have been eliminated. Now it's 3v1v1.
It's hide and seek is what it is. We've got the Seekers of the KCL Koalas up against the Boinky Bridge solo.
But look at that heirloom. Oh my god, chat. That he's going to get chased down with that heirloom blinging and shining in the distance. The zipline warriors are out. Everybody else is out. It's just KCL Koalas.
We've actually got 2 heirlooms on display. The Darksea from Liversports is also showing off his nice little Bangalore heirloom.
Let's see his Bangalore. Go on. Show me.
Here we go.
Show me Darksea. Oh, look at that. Glowing green
look at that.
and blue.
A little bit of green. So we've got green v yellow in the heirloom colours here, in the shiny, pretty things.
Yep, and it's just...
Actually, in zone, Darksea managed to find himself, but has been spotted out, which means that Darksea probably... I don't think they know that he's solo just yet.
I mean, I guess you would know that, no? It's your 3 squads left. There's 1 player there.
So you
There's only
can't
4.
see, basically, once it gets down to a certain number of players, I think it's about 6 or 7.
Ah, you don't know how many is on the other team. Okay.
Yeah, so they've just basically got a little question mark at the top right. We can see that there's 5 players remaining. They do not know this.
That's good to know. I knew that you could see it for so long. I didn't realize it was all the way to a certain number and then it would just disappear off the face of the earth. But that makes sense because then it doesn't give you that advantage. The spotted one as well. That's Boinks getting shot at, and that's going to be the end of it here.
Surely this will be the end as the GOAT is laying down fire from that Nemesis. An energized zipline coming out here from him. The Devotion is singing, but actually that energized zipline.
Oh, he runs into the other
onto the other solo.
Darksy.
And now go Boinky Bridge. And it's now just the solo. And once again, the duo getting second place back-to-back games. I think that's the thing which really has to be saying is Esports clutch a second place as a duo. But boy, we have now got a new winner for game number 6. Congratulations to the Koalas.
KCL Koalas, the GOAT, Spicy Chicken and Phage take center stage for match number 6. Our final one of this evening. World's Edge was eventually their game. We had Toastamist out very early on. Well, let me say early on. It was top 11, I think they were. But they were out earlier than they have been previously. First and second is pretty much the only 2 spots they've seen before then. But good to see another difference win. Let's look at this match summary though. 9 kills for KCL Koalas. Boinky Bridge managed to get 10 in third spot there. And Zipline Destroyers picking up a massive 13 in that lobby there. But look, where is our Toastamista? They only got 1 kill in that final lobby. That's the only time.
2 points. They got a 28 kill, a 20 kill, a 30 kill, 11 kill, and a 20 kill, and a 1 kill to finish off. They were just letting everybody else have a chance in that final game. And I actually think the Zipline Destroyers potentially have got a chance to have jumped up the leaderboards with that 13 kill 5th place. It was a really great performance from them. And especially how they started the lobby. It'll be interesting to see once we've got the overstat sorted out to see how this finishes up.
Oh, for sure, because this has been fantastic. I like this one was more exciting for me. The end one, Toastamist was dominating throughout. They were fantastic, unbelievable. But just to watch them, everybody else fight it out at the end, because that fight at the end, like not even in the end, midway through, in between the tunnel, was just crazy. Just so many teams getting involved. Pain was the one that was stuck outright, but they managed to get themselves out. They escaped it for so long, and then eventually another team jump on top of Pain, and then you've got Zipline Destroyers trying to take the win. They eventually fall. It was hectic for the last like little bits there of that game. That was great to watch. And obviously Boinks got himself in a good position, but yeah, the final kill, the 2-man team, Liverports, managed to make it all the way to second spot as well. And yeah, finding that final kill on Boinks added to that tally as well. Finds the second kill in the game. But Koalas, a 3 versus 1. It's always going to go that way towards KCL Koalas, I would assume. It's not very many times you're going to see a 3v1 lose, unless you're coming up against Toastamista normally. Because they have been fantastic.
Scanning the area.
As we do swap back now to the casting POV, and I think that we are obviously going to be doing the overstat. We're going to make sure all of that's sorted out so that we can get the results posted up. And I've got a little bit of a party going on in the background at the moment. My lord, that is.
I love it.
We're gonna swap it back to a nice little blue.
No. Let's get the party started. I want to see the party. It's the end. Let's go with it. We'll get mine's going as well.
Excellent. We'd love to see it.
Mine's isn't as fast as yours. I'm not got on the fast version.
See, it's even more of a party if I do this.
I know, you're just showing off, Ben. You're just showing off. Unbelievable. Is that a nice Govy one?
What do you say?
Is that a nice Govy one that you've got in the background there?
No, this is actually a middle of little special.
What?
It's a middle of little special. It came on a little like L stand, and I've just got it leaned up on the side. Looks alright, doesn't it?
Oh, that is amazing. That is a great buy. That is. I need to look in the middle aisle of Lidl a lot more. I do love Lidl. Middle aisle. It's the best. That or Aldi. Sometimes they're good. But speaking of great, this has been a great week 1. I'm looking forward now to week 2, and hopefully as things progress and we get ourselves familiar with this, because like I says, if I had this control deck working the way it should, I'd have been able to just go on to certain spectator easier, but for some reason the buttons aren't working. So you're gonna have to teach me through that, Ben, and hopefully we can get the observer view a little bit better. Because yeah, that was
absolutely. But
was
I
crazy.
think even though we haven't got the results fully updated, obviously those will come out. A massive congratulations has to go out to our definitive winners of
Yeah.
Toasted.
Yeah.
A dominant performance from, I was about to say start to finish, from start to the end of game 5, a dominant performance, and lovely of them to let the teams have a chance in game number 6 to get some kills themselves. But a brilliant performance. And of their team, was there any that you felt stood out as MVP from their team in particular?
From the Toast to Mrs. squad, I mean, Genesis was looking solid throughout the lobbies. He was doing so much work, but I would say, yeah, I would give it to Genesis in terms of the overall thing, score wise here. I think, but I don't know if he was better than anybody else in his team. But from what I was watching perspective wise, I think I was watching Genesis more. So from what I was seeing, he was doing a fantastic job for his squad. What about yourself? Who did you have as your standout for the Toast to Mrs. crew?
Well, the thing is, I want to obviously. I think all of Toast and Mister played really well. I really loved how Ludwig was playing on the Maggie and the Pathfinder, obviously switching up between the maps. But I think I actually want to give a shout out to some of the other players and some of the other teams
Oh,
that
the
played
other
really
players.
well.
Is that what you meant? If you meant that, I would have said that.
Well, I
Yeah.
wanted to go with Toasted first because obviously they were a dominant performance, and I think that I think Genesis is a great call for MVP from their team. But just a few of the other standouts that I felt that I think I enjoyed seeing this evening. I think that the goat
Hex.
from the goat from the koalas, I think, had a really great performance, particularly when swapped over onto the rampart for World's Edge. I think was really great to see. And some clutch moments, particularly inside of buildings. I remember a distinct one against Peen in Survey Camp, and a really great amount of kills as well coming out from the goat. Really sort of holding that team up, and I really loved seeing that.
Yeah, true. I really like Tex. Tex was fantastic. His movement skills were on point. No matter what class he was using, his shots were just beaming. He chased down everything pretty much as well. If he smelled a little bit of blood, he was after it. So I think in terms of like any other team out with the MVP, I think yeah, Tex is definitely up there with one of the best in the lobby this evening as well, considering the position that they were in. They've not been the strongest of performances overall, but solid work from Tex.
And I think the final person I want to shout out is going to be President Garbanzo from Peen. I think
Oh,
their
yeah.
president had a really great performance on the Maggie, doing some devastating work with the drills and with the Mozambiques in particular. As soon as they got onto those double Mozams, with that Maggie passive, with the quicker reloads and the reloads on Nox, was devastating with that with those Mozambiques and that legend. So a big shout out to all of those players. But I think you can't look past Toasted Mister. And for this evening, I think we're going to be giving it to Genesis for some absolute great plays and supporting the team.
Certainly will be. And yeah, like I said, standout performances across the board for the other players that we did mention. Not to say that we didn't see anybody else, but if you was performing, but sometimes we're not going to catch every single perspective and what you're doing on every single thing. But throughout this whole 8 weeks, sorry, I was going to say 9 weeks there. God, I'm going to extend it because I'm enjoying it that much. There we go. But yeah, after 8 weeks, we will definitely get to see some really great plays between all these different members. We'll get to see different perspectives and hopefully see different performers shining on that top stage here as well. So really do appreciate you all tuning in. Get Ben, it's been a pleasure, an absolute pleasure once again. And like I says, I'll learn so much from you throughout this whole time, this 9 weeks, and hopefully by the time it gets to the end of it and we get to match point finals, it's going to be.
I can't wait to have that in 20 weeks' time. It's going to be great.
Yeah, in 20 weeks, so 13 weeks, so we'll be over there. You know, by the time we get to the next time, whenever that may be, in a couple of months' time, we'll be sorted. But yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you all for coming along. Make sure to tune in next week as well. At the same time, 2 channels, like we said, here over on the Marco G channel and over on GG Gold's channel as well. You get 2 different lobbies at different times. It's going to be a switch up next week. We'll maybe get different POI's perspective as well, which is going to be interesting because there might be E-District in there as well. So I'm hoping one of these matches at Stormpoint or World's Edge will be dropped. So we're not sure which one, but we'll find out later on. And we'll obviously get out the drafts as well for all the teams involved. So yeah, guys, tune in for that next week. I really do appreciate it. Thank you again. And I'll double peace from here. And Ben, you say your goodbyes, buddy.
Thank you so much for having me. I cannot wait to be back next week, whether that's casting with yourself or with one of the other lads. I'm really excited to be back and to see how this tournament pans out. Obviously, a big standout performances from a few teams tonight. There'll be a few which also didn't stand out, and I think that they're going to obviously want to be showing themselves up as we progress into our next few weeks of the groups. But thank you so much for everybody coming tonight. It's me, Ben B, and thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Peace and catch you again next time.
Scanning the area.